This is the first semifinal in Wallhalla, an event hosted by JonSlow. And even though it's some boomy maps, which should bring us some great entertainment, they start with 9 villagers. So this speeds up the Dark Age. And I was just saying that, like, I'm not a biggest fan of starting with more villagers and on more open maps because I think it takes away from certain strategy possibilities. But on maps where they're going to be going fast castle anyways, I think this is a great choice.
Oh, I've really enjoyed it, man. It gives me less time to dick around at the beginning of the game, but it's fantastic because you get right into the action, and like a best of 7 like this on closed maps could take forever.
Yeah.
And it ends up taking, on average, probably 20, 30 minutes less than it would otherwise. And that time is, not really spent doing anything important.
Yeah.
So.
It's true. I mean, we'll have our breakdowns here. And so what we have here is Fortified Clearing Arena Edition. So if people watch Titans League, I know you've been covering a lot of this, Dave, but like basically it's stone walls as opposed to like any of the versions that would have palisade walls in the back or no walls in the back. There also are, I'm actually familiarizing myself with some of this as well. There's 7 relics on the map with 5 in the middle and then 1 in the north and then 1 in the south.
I actually haven't seen this in Wallhalla yet. I haven't seen this map.
Oh, really? Okay.
I guess it's because it's best of 7. It was oftentimes banned in the earlier sets.
Yeah.
Probably because of their experience with Titans League. And like in Wallhalla, people are trying to, capitalize on new strategies and stuff. And as we saw in Titans League, this has been fleshed out a little bit more, right? So maybe that's the reason we didn't see it as much.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, the interesting thing about this event, for those that haven't really followed it, is there were 8 invited players. I think they were invited based on performances in the past or just ELO. And then there was a qualifier.
Did you see the seating?
I was just and I was just gonna touch on that. So JonSlow did there's a little clip floating around. He did the seeding with a duck race online. I think it was a duck, right? Like floaty duck race or something?
Yeah. Little rubber duckies online, and he named each one of them and had a race. But the best thing about that was there was one Twitter comment on it. I don't know if you saw it. He posted the screenshot of the race with the duckies, right? And some guy commented, he's like, "It's truly amazing how CL can keep innovating new tournament ideas that their members will never qualify for."
Well, okay, so it is true. The Clown Legion players haven't really had the best of times in this event. But what's cool about this event is that the majority of that top 8 are not in the semifinals. Right?
Yeah.
I think Tato was one of them. And then I think Yo was one of them.
Was one of them, yeah.
But like everyone else, like Viper, Jordan, you go down the list, a lot of players just did not, and they were not able to get it done. So that's pretty cool.
Running kicked out Valesa. He beat 3-0, and then he beat Doubt 3-1, and then he swept Ganji 3-0 as well. And then in the upper bracket, Valesa kicked out Jordan, and I think he beat someone else. I can't remember who it was. Oh, ACCM 3-2 as well.
Yep, huge. Yeah. So back to your point, this is what made me think of it. Like that's probably why we saw a lot of this map banned, because those were players who recognize, or like Running, for example, probably recognized the experience that some of that top 8 would have had from Titans League and wanted to kind of abuse the fact or just use to his advantage the fact that maybe those top guys were not going to train too much or like really put a ton of work into prep. So I'm happy regardless of the situation, regardless of the tourney. I just want to see preparation pay off, and it has for Running for sure.
I have to correct myself because I believe it was Ganji who actually 3-0'd Valesa.
Oh,
and,
sick.
Running 3-0'd him. So Running is amazing. And I know you were talking to me. You saw one game from Running on Zawal, and you were saying it was amazing how he keeps his eco running, ironically, behind a quick Imperial or what seems to be an all-in push. And I've noticed the same thing. Like his farm count in any of these games is absolutely insane. Behind what appears to be a YOLO push, and you look back at his base, and the farms are so clean and they're so nice. We can only aspire, especially you, to having such well-placed agriculture.
Yeah. Now I wonder what his approach will be in this matchup, because Tato has a civ that I think is possibly better overall. If this was Arabia, you talk about how Italians have great hussars later on. with their foot archers, bombard cannons, but lacking rams, blah, blah, blah. But the Bohemians, I mean, we know it's all about that push up the middle in most cases. And then the ideal composition would be like Halberdier, Hufnitze. So I'm excited to see how Tato utilizes his civilization here, because I remember some epic wins from him when the backside was open and the previous event we talked about. But like here, I definitely give the edge to Bohemians because I feel like there's less mobility needed, I guess, to have success on this version of the map.
I think Italians are a civ that can catch them off guard, though, especially with a faster Imperial Age time. And Italians have, all the tools that they need to capitalize on that, right? Bombard, cannon, they've got the arbalists and whatnot. So you can go for that really fast push, especially if you're concentrating everything on the middle, not looking on the outside for those relics.
Yeah.
Which maybe running might be doing at some point. But Bohemians getting chemistry on the way to Imperial Age can kind of negate that to some extent too. So I'm interested to see how this is going to play out. It looks like they're both going to go for the scout into light cav approach. Maybe forego light cav. I guess it depends on how many relics they gather, but I would expect light cav to be coming from both players. And then we'll see who opts to go for the relics on the outside. That's kind of been a trap sometimes, right? Where they're so busy contesting in the middle, they don't even bother to send one scout or one monk to grab the relics on the outside. So their opponent gets them for free, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, Tato has a scout out there right now, and Running has a scout, funnily enough, right there in the back corner. But, like, I don't know. I think if there's only one relic on each side, I think most of your focus should go to the middle.
Tato didn't see either of those relics, bro.
Oh,
Look at the little strip at the top. You didn't see it? I wonder what Running can see. Running spotted both of them. Okay.
But it's probably an afterthought, right? Like, if there's a moment where you can free up an extra monk to send it out there, I think you go for it. But I am in love with Tato's eco so far. It's cheaper to go up to each age. University techs are cheaper later on as well. And the second TC is already coming up for Tato. And I'm loving his farm count. The monastery is coming out too. And even light cav's coming in. So he is a little light on numbers. He only has what will be 2 light cav in the middle because his scout's down here in the south. But it's a pretty good build up for him. And it'll be about execution towards the middle here.
Yeah, he got light cav a lot faster than Running, but Running added that extra scout, and now Tato's going to run away, and he's going to heal that light cav. So good job not losing that, not trying to commit to kill that scout.
Yep.
You can heal that up. It'll come back for more later. Running will have 4, though. Tato will only have 3. Running has not added a spearman yet, but with the light cav, you can just kind of run away from that thing. Or just kill it straight up.
Yeah, just
no value
take it
from
out.
that spearman.
Yeah, it's been the theme. We've been casting a lot of closed maps. It's just spearmen don't do too well. And even if you have like 3 or 4 spearmen, the light cav can always run away, and then monks can always convert the spearmen. So it's not something you see a lot of.
All right, so this is playing out more or less how we thought it would. Light cav into monks to grab the relics. Both players now going to be on 2 TC. Running adding his second right now. Tato will be a little bit ahead as he already has that second wood upgrade and probably a villager advantage here, but it's not massive. It's not huge. And Fervor will come in eventually for Running, giving him probably the eco advantage over Tato.
There is a pretty significant difference right now in the food wood situation. You've got 17 on food for Tato, and he's got a lot more farms up. He also
He's
has
got
the
3
wood
more
upgrade,
overall
too.
resources collected.
Well,
3.
Still.
When I checked.
Ooh, man, and we see a monk go down.
Significant.
A monk go down. I mean, this map control could be important for Running.
And a light cav, too.
Not bad.
Tato doesn't want to let him in either.
Tato actually got into running space. I think we both missed it. You can see the 2 blue bodies on the ground.
No loom.
So 2 monks went down to this light cav.
And a villager. 2 villagers, I think.
Yep.
Oh, so valuable. Such a value play there from Tato. Or 200 gold and then 100 food. Dead.
It is interesting, though. I mean, you've got... Running is buying food. So he's bought food for like the 2nd or 3rd time. But he also has so many light cav in the middle. Like, Tato... I think Tato needs to be careful about giving Bohemians control, because in the later stages, if you want to push Bohemians, you want that map control. I think even, like, sometimes if Running were to take full map control, you'll see players in his position as he snipes another monk, make a siege workshop and start to just make it awkward for Tato to defend. So I really think he needs more light cav here, Dave, and he's definitely thinking about it.
I don't know why Tato sent that monk out there, but he is grabbing the relic in the south. So
that's cool.
This is what's happening right here. Running doesn't have even one of those scouts on that area. He's just trying to get all the relics in the middle, and Tato is at least going to have one relic. He'll probably grab one from the middle, and then I wouldn't be surprised to see him grab the one in the top too.
Yeah, I mean, you just do not want to give your opponent all the relics, and you get a few of those from the middle while taking the ones on the sides. It should be even. Great work there from Tato. The Spearman actually paid off because a lot of those light cav were weak. And then he also is killing that monk there. And running his 2 relics, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to comfortably get more as he goes for Tato's monk, and another monk's going to die here.
They just can't stay up, can they? And running got that light cav away on 1 HP. Nice.
I should be able to heal that one. And so far, I mean, it's a close game. We've got 6 army versus 5. We have 48 villagers versus 45. And running's food eco is still looking a bit behind Tato, but it's catching up.
Say what you will about the buying of the food, but Tato has a minute more vital TC time here. Yeah. So running has been creating, I guess that's a 2 villager advantage roughly. And that makes up for the 2 vills he lost, as opposed to the light cav.
And you're also kind of like taking advantage of your free mining upgrades in some way. I don't know. It's interesting. Like, I guess also in the later stages, if you need gold, you can then sell the food and get more gold in return. So I don't hate it. Like, players like Dow do that all the time. I know it's like kind of a meme with him, but the arena guys love their market. So I think it's kind of kept them up the pace.
If you think about it, if running buys like at those prices, if running buys like 400 food, right? How much gold is he really losing in exchange for that? He's losing like 100 and
well, it's 150. It's like
something?
138 for the first buy, I think. So you're looking at like 600 gold, but you could sell later on. I think I'm doing the math correctly there. If you tab up and capture,
well, I'm thinking of additional. I guess you're losing. Yeah, you're losing that gold, but I'm thinking about like the gold to food direct payoff. How much you're paying in interest, I should say.
Okay,
so you're paying like an extra 38 or whatever. And then you're paying an extra 42, and then an extra 48 or whatever.
Yeah, and then you have the conversation of like, well, if you buy extra food, it might help you get the relics, which might bring you more gold. But dude, he has bought tab up again. He has bought almost 1,000 food. Actually, no, 1,000 food in this game already. That's a lot. It's a lot more than I was expecting when we initially had the conversation.
And he's only had 4 on gold, too, with those relics. That's actually crazy. That shows you how good Bohemians are with their upgrades. It's crazy.
Another monk went down there for Tato, too. Man, they've been on it. The fact Tato's going to try and bring in the other one. But the fact that like 5 monks have died trying to take in that one relic is crazy. It's been so close to Tato's base.
Fourth TC and running at 33 on food right now. I don't think he's gotten fervor, right? Let's check he hasn't gotten fervor yet. Oh, no, he has.
He did? Okay.
No, he hasn't. No, because he just got wheelbarrow. Never mind.
Okay, you were looking at the speed.
Wheelbarrow came in right as I was looking at the speed. Wheelbarrow comes in. It's like... Okay,
as you
there's
say,
fervor
he's
and
gonna
there's
get it.
Sandcart. Yeah. And those vills are going to be flying pretty soon.
So the risk of what Tato's doing is that this means he stays in Castle Age longer, as does the getting heavy plow now. He's just investing into the long term. The important thing for me is he needs to control the map. So I actually think it makes sense as he's getting forging now and probably thinking about this as well. Is just continue to produce light cav. Yeah, there's no more relics in the middle, but you need to hold the map because you do not want forward castles, forward bomber cannons to be possible for running, and you need to make running work.
Oh my god,
take
2 more monks. Oh my god, dude, 2 more monks going down for why is he even sending them out here at this point? Oh my goodness.
Well, clearly he considers them useless when there's... Oh no, I'm staring at the relic right there. Yeah, there's still a relic there.
And look at running already coming forward with the wall. He's coming forward with the stone wall on the outside, so he's already starting to pen Tato in. And we see 3 relics for Tato, 2 relics for running. Running has another one coming in, so that's going to be his 3rd. And is there another monk walking in from some other angle here?
It's in the middle.
There's 1 relic unaccounted for.
It's in running's hands, is it not? Or are you?
There's 7 relics on the map, though, right?
Yeah. So that would be number 6.
Where are you?
I would say first person who finds it wins, but I think you would win, so we're just gonna avoid that. I don't see it, dude.
Running had it coming in, I guess.
Oh, okay,
So,
there we go. Yeah.
there we go, 4-3. And he's on the way to Imp. Tato getting handcart. Tato has a lot of gold in the bank, and I guess that's another advantage of buying food early. You're going to pay the good prices, and your opponent, who's going to try up to go up to Imp, is going to pay the bad prices. So
Yeah, it's true.
If you're going to buy, do it early, you know?
Well, Tato clicks up at a good time here, and now it's all about that chemistry upgrade. The fact that Bohemians can research that and Castlade just helping running so much here. I wonder what army Tato's going to commit to, because I feel like running's got to commit to pikemen here. He's actually adding more ranges, so I'm wrong. I'm a little surprised. Maybe he's thinking hand cannons, but wonder if Tato will make more stables, if he wants to go Hussar, if he's even going to consider the archer line when he knows the bomber cannons could be out there.
I feel like if you're running, why would you go for pikemen, though? Because what is the cavalry really going to do to you?
Well, it's going to snipe your bomber cannons, right?
Yeah, but pikeman feels like an upgrade you can get at any time. He's got 6 spearmen right now.
Well,
So he goes into chemistry first. I guess it's so cheap, you could just get it anyway.
yeah, I feel like there's a lot of reasons why you don't want to go gunpowder against Italians, though, right? Because Italians get condottiero. So, like, hand cannons can be... I know he's massive. Actually, he's going to have a lot of them because he still has 90 seconds till Tato's an imp. But yeah, I guess, like, as he clearly wants to drop a castle here, I guess he just wants to get what he can while he can as quickly as possible so he can just get that ball rolling here.
Look at his res, man. Oh my god. He could just go Hufnitsa right away on reaching him.
Crazy. All right, like
It
having
takes an
Gage.
amazing fight there, too. Yeah.
And the pikemen were enough. The hand cannons are going to be there, too. Now, Tato might drop barracks, and he does immediately drop barracks because of this. But Tato was not expecting to ever have to go for this unit, I think. The good thing is, it's not like there's an elite version of it. What you're getting is already pretty strong, and you can make them instantly once you're an imp.
I think, like, hand cannons still do, like, 12 damage or something to Condottiero, don't they? They still do a lot of damage.
Yeah, that's what I've always
correctly.
felt. I mean, we truly don't see too much of it. There was that period in time where they were just the most broken unit in the game.
Yeah.
And then that got dealt with pretty quickly, and ever since then, it's been very niche.
Tato is in the back of running space with a villager behind
see
the
that.
walls. That's very dangerous. When you have those walls up, it gives you like a false sense of security if you're running.
Running's got Hufnitsa on the way already, man.
Told you, man.
That's
He was
wild.
banking for that. That's crazy, dude. Bohemian Farms with handcart and fervor. You can see those villagers 1.11 speed, and the base speed of a villager is 0.8. So it gives you a good idea of how much faster these people are moving.
I'm not sure I'm convinced with the army amount either right now for running. He's got 13 hand cannons. Tato has 11 condottiero, so we'll see. I mean, if the second castle goes up, it could become more of a problem for Tato, so he might rush an engagement here. And he's not going to be able to take the fight before the castle goes up, Dave. So good job from running. I think continuing this way is how he wins the game. More castles as he pushes down buildings from Tato.
I'd love to see running prioritize like fletching Bodkin as well, because I think those castles are going to be a big help in the fights against the condos. If Tato's going to mass up a huge group, even if he goes right after your hand cannons and your trebs, if you have a double castle stack with the upgrades on them, those condos will melt.
This isn't something you see every day. Cavalier for Bohemians.
Cavalier, nice. Against a guy who has Genoese Expo as well, but I guess you're taking out the castle, so you don't care, right?
Yeah, and he understands it's going to be condos. Here goes Tato. Now, like you said, Dave, the castles do not have fletching, but chemistry being in will be helpful. And let's see how these things perform. We do have a number of hand cannons in there, which could still do some damage. But if the condo is getting close, they could kill everything here, potentially. They're going for the trebs and the Hufnitsa so far. Only one treb has gone down. Might be more, though.
But he is buying himself time, and he's got a treb and a bomber cannon behind. 2 bomber cannons. So it feels like this army right here from Tato is just to buy himself enough time to kill that castle and maybe snipe some siege. And then he's going to kind of regroup after that as the condos get nice and close to the hand cannons. I think they 2-shot those suckers, right?
Yeah, they're insane. And they also don't take as much damage as infantry normally would. And now you're on Cavalier with Bohemians, which is notoriously bad. They have some of the worst stable units in the game, but Tato does lose a bomber cannon. He's going to lose another bomber cannon now, actually.
Oh, boy. Condos are doing way better than I thought. Maybe fletching would have been a good investment there for those castles, dude.
Yeah, he kind of telegraphed the move, too. It's not like it was a surprise with hand cannons. He showed it super early and had no other unit type, and now running's falling apart. Also, Tato has barracks in the back, so he's going to find some outer areas of eco here.
Yeah. This is Tato's game for sure. What a great job building up those condos and making that switch like right away.
Yeah.
Too. He was building up towards something else. He saw the hand cannons coming out, and he was like, ooh, this is perfect. And he goes into the condos. And adding the siege behind, buying himself enough time to take out that first castle with the first condos he sent in was really great because he can continue massing condos after he loses that army. And it's very quick to mass a big army of them with 7 barracks.
Also, if you have Cavalier, just thinking about what the Cavalier will do against the condos. You've got 12 base attack, but you're at 120 HP max.
Yeah.
I really kind of feel like just like Pikeman Condo, or even just straight Condo, because condos are so much cheaper, could actually beat Bohemian Cavalier.
Tato just pulling away from that castle. He's like, yeah, I'll get it eventually. Even he packs up the Treb, and he sends the bomber cannon after that as he goes for the villagers on the other side. At the back, he's raiding with tons of condos.
Yeah, this
as
is
well.
This is rough.
They're
man.
actually not even doing that bad against the Cavalier. Blast Furnace isn't in yet, and if he's outnumbering the Cavalier 4-1, he's still gonna win the fights.
Can someone remind me what the cost is of the condo? Do you happen to know offhand?
No.
I know it's cheaper than Cavalier. There's no doubt in my mind. Also, you don't have to get an upgrade. You can just make them.
Oh, castle stays up.
It does. Yep, it does for now. Tato, he's going to be able to push forward against that castle, though. Oh, the bomber cannons for Tato could go down.
Yep. And Blast Furnace is in, so those are going to be sniping those quite quickly.
Yeah, but still, Tato can take gold in the north. Tato is raiding in the back still. I mean, villagers are just dropping left and right. So good job from running to try and get those siege sniped there, but there's just too many condos. They can't be that expensive. 41 condos right now.
They're 50 food, 35
gold. Yeah.
So really,
Combined.
really affordable.
So what's a night, like 70 gold, 60 food or something, or 75, 65?
And there it is.
Wow, that was a great game.
Running can't withstand that. That was a great tech switch from Tato. I think if he gave Running another minute, things would have turned out differently there. Because Running was already switching into the Cavalier. If Tato doesn't take out that first castle with the first wave of condos, I think he might be in trouble. If there's hand cannons with Cavalier in front, then it's an issue. But just all the hand cannons getting wiped up and then 10 Cavalier behind, not going to pose a threat to that many condos.
Yeah, I wouldn't classify this as a counter pick per se. However, now that we've seen this, it's a great tool to have in your toolbox, right? Because I've seen Italians perform enough on Arena and not face up against hand cannons and whatnot, where they're going their hussars and their arbalest with Pavise. And Tato actually researched Pavise, so he was definitely thinking about using archer range units. But again, to have that immediate switch is awesome.
What do you do here as Bohemians then?
I think you open. So this is what's funny. What I'm about to say isn't necessarily the best. I was gonna say go Halb Hufnitze. Because I think the main thing here was he showed hand cannons while Tato was imping. I think that was the mistake. Like if you want to show up with hand cannons later on, I think that's fine. But Tato was able to prep the barracks and then be ready. If Tato's in imp, starts to commit to something else, and then suddenly he sees hand cannons as well, then I think it's tougher for Tato. And then if he doesn't take out those 2 castles, he could have lost a lot of ground there.
You almost do the like super mind games where you place 3 stables forward where Tato can see it. Yeah. And then you have the archer ranges behind, but that's like that's too deep. That's in like 10 years time, you know?
No, I do think it's difficult. Like I honestly do think that at least based on the text tree that opening condos is quite strong against most of the Bohemian strength. So maybe Tato had thought, really far into that and wanted to do condos the whole time. But anyways, good game from him. Collected just about 3,000, 4,000 resources more, but obviously was going to dominate that game.
I like Italians in this tournament. They've looked really strong. And Malay. There's a reason Tato picked them first. Malay have looked great in this tournament. The best I think I saw with Italians was actually Slam against Was it Yo? I think it was Slam against Yo. It was Italians against Hindustanis. And Slam went like 30 Genoese Expo against Ghoulam's with condos in front. And he just beat a Ghoulam spam with that. It was crazy.
Yeah, condos versus Ghoulam's. I don't know if I've seen that.
Ghoulam's, I think, in equal numbers, they slightly win because of the pass-through damage, but the condos are good to like toss in front.
Yeah, and
you have
also
the Genoese
condos
Expo behind.
only have to be created out of a barracks.
Yep.
And you don't need to get the upgrade to unlock the condo. You just simply need to arrive in the Imperial Age. But yeah, we are here. Map is Z-Wall. Love this map. I think this was the first of, well, not counting Fortified Clearing, but I think this was like the first like map that really...
It's been around for like a year and a bit, I think.
Yeah. So
I
this
remember
is the
seeing it
first
a
of
while
all
ago.
these other maps I think that were created. Now, maybe I just didn't see the others that we'll see
Yeah.
throughout this series, but looks like something they've changed since I covered it last is they actually put some wolves next to the wall there. I didn't see that before, so I guess that's to prevent villagers going out there too early. But are those
Yep.
wolves not going to attack
They
running
will
spore vills?
Yes, they will if you get a little bit too close. So I think the closest wolf will attack. Maybe there's two there
Yeah.
that might attack the villager. But it actually, from what I've seen, it helps because they bump up against the boar and it doesn't attack the vill.
Yeah, that's
Then you just
exactly
get
where
to
my
the
brain was
TC,
going.
Shoot him down.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
like the animals will all try and take the same path, and they all
Yeah.
run at similar speed. So yeah,
It's
I
actually-
think that will not be an issue.
It's Z-Wall, not Z-Wall.
Don't backseat my pronunciations of the map.
No. We have to respect JonSlow, and he would never say Z-Wall.
Dude-
I don't think he said Z in his entire life.
I mean, I can respect him as the host, I guess. I don't know if I can. It's all right. He'll respect it.
Yeah.
Man. Okay, so again, tell me what you've seen with Portuguese. It's been primarily like castle into organs, right? Or have we seen just straight up booming with the Portuguese?
I think that was the only time I saw Portuguese on this map.
Okay.
The one of the greatest games I saw was between Tato and Viper, and Tato had Poles against Teutons, and Viper held back that Polish aggression for like an hour, and then he finally pushed out with Teutons, and he ran out of gold right as he got over the Tato side, and then the winged hussar came out. Like it was right as he got past the wall, he ran out of gold. It was so terrible.
We've got 3 relics on either side of the wall, and it's worth pointing out in case no one noticed, this is a neutral wall in the middle. So this is not
And
a
they
wall that
can't have
belongs to
vision.
anyone.
They don't have vision over it either.
Correct.
So it's not like Border Wars or whatever the hell it was called in RMS Cup.
Yeah,
Forget what that one was called.
Someone could, castle drop an area of that wall or ram down an area of that wall and sneak in. So you're going to have to be pretty active with your scout. I wanted to see, okay, here's the board in question for running. I thought maybe the wolves would follow here, but okay, that's fine. I was just worried for the guy. I never want to see somebody lose a villager to wolves. Dropping the woo-woo-woo is fun and all, but would feel bad for the guy in a semifinal.
Okay, so our question is less about the Portuguese because we know they have a lot of options. The question is Koreans, right?
Yeah.
Like, how does Tato approach the start? We know how he wants to probably play the end game with towers set up to snipe the bombard cannons. Maybe some bombard cannons of his own, maybe some wagons or arbalists or something like that. But how does he survive that long? Is it just going to be guard tower defense? Maybe a castle of his own?
My thought is guard tower defense, yeah. Like war
He's going up
wagons.
so early.
War wagons I wouldn't necessarily love because, wow, yeah, he's going up super early, and he's also not mining gold.
It's eco upgrade. He's got villagers on stone right now, so he can sell the stone, but how is he going to get the food to click up to Castle Age?
Because of a lot of sheep. I feel like this is a vill or two too early, but just to complete my thought, yeah, like I don't think war wagons are great because most likely your opponent's going to always contribute monks as well, and monks can convert that. So yeah, I guess Tato's going to play tower defense and adapt. I have to say, lovely stuff from Tato. I don't know if you noticed it, but he just collected 10 gold, and
he's
that's
gonna
so
sell
he
the
can
stone.
sell stone. But what's funny is if
Running's
running
gonna sell
sells stone,
too.
the
Yeah.
price will be screwed up, and Tato's plan will actually be ruined because the first person who sells 100 stone gets
Yeah.
91 gold, and Tato's banking on that He is not,
Well-
most likely, not going to get that price.
He at least he has the gold right near his mining camp.
Yeah.
So it's not the worst thing in the world, right? Or he'll probably end up like selling wood. We've all been there before where someone has sold before us, like in a Black Forest game or something. You're like, oh my God, I set this up so perfectly. And then some idiot on the other team touched the market.
It's the
or
worst
my
when it's your
teammate.
teammate too. You
Yeah.
know, you're just like, oh man, someone sold stone, and then like someone's like, sorry, bro. You know, like, ah man.
Running did have enough food. Wow. What a build.
Can we touch on something else here as we will wait for Running to most likely sell a bit of resources here? The gold stone generation, like I know JonSlow and his clown council probably go through rigorous testing, but the gold and stone situation is far from fair in this particular generation.
Well,
this could be a
this is a
one-off, but
weird-
holy.
This is a weird generation because it looks like Running has less of the map overall, and I think the gold is supposed to spawn a certain amount of tiles away from the wall.
Yeah.
So if you look at his secondary golds, they are the same distance from the wall.
Yep.
So technically they're as close, but yeah, the ones for Tato are a little bit further forward. But I mean, if you look at where the wall is, the ones from Runnings are equally far forward.
Yeah, I
Or
guess
not Runnings.
I guess you're right. I think it just has to do with where the wall's positioned because most likely the push is going to come around where Running Scout is right now from either of them. Would probably make the most sense. So Running will have more gold to fall back to, but he has clicked up. He's now sending villagers to gold, which he'll need. He's definitely cut some corners, and I actually didn't pay attention if Tato had to get more gold.
He did. It looks like it because
Well, he sold 200
He-
stone, actually.
yeah, but he clicked up before he sold that second one.
Ah,
So I
yeah,
think
yeah,
he
okay.
did. You can see the villager gathering right now. I think he hasn't realized that villager is still on gold. There we
Yeah,
go. Yeah, now he's realized.
or he
Now
just
he's
wanted
realized.
that. Yeah. Maybe for one monk. Maybe that's what he's thinking. Like he's gonna grab the
Maybe.
relics with one monk, and then he's gonna boom, and then he's gonna have just enough stone for towers. Here come the villagers from Running.
Castle time.
Yeah, I would place this castle as close to the wall as I could. And yeah, that's fine. And then he drops the monastery. Yeah, so expected stuff from Running. It's 90 gold. I think it's still 90 gold, right? Because it's 10% off for all your gold units with Portuguese. 90 gold per monk, and then obviously the organ guns will come out of the castle. So monks, organs. Tato expecting this from the start. There's his monastery. Again, he can only make one monk. I don't
was
think
like-
he's going to be able to get the relics.
I thought it was like 80 for monks, wasn't it? 80 something?
Well, it used to be 10%
I
off
thought it
on all
was
gold
80.
units, and then I think they might have switched it to 15, but I always forget.
That was 80, dude. It's 80 gold, yeah.
So they're 20% off all their gold units?
Yeah.
Wow, and they still feel really bad.
I know. One of my least favorite civs to
Yeah,
play.
I mean, except for organ guns and monks, but, you know, like, for a civ that has fully upgraded Cavalier and Arbalest and whatnot, it never really makes you jump out of your seat. Interesting.
Beautiful
But yeah,
mining camp, though. I love it.
yeah, good mine. Oh, yeah, perfect mining camp there.
Yeah.
And that's a perfect castle because he will be able to deny that one relic from Tato.
Tato sees it.
Yep.
And Tato goes for towers immediately. So he already had one villager building a tower on the other side. He knows exactly what's coming. And organ guns can ignore watchtowers, but they can't really ignore guard towers, which Koreans get for free. Now, Tato's going to need to get fletching and bodkin likely. But the tower stack for him, especially if he sets up a third one there, is going to be really tough for Running to push through.
You know what monks like to do? They, or did I say monks? I meant to say clowns like to do is they like to just use the market. And they like to go for a fast imp with another castle and just treb everything down. So we saw it in the first game as Running has to save a villager from a wolf here, and will do so. But he loves his market, Dave. So I would like to see Running think about that here. Obviously, you
And
need
he's going to have
farming
5
eco.
relics.
Yeah, 5 relics.
He's going to have 5 relics because Tato got 1 only, and Running is gathering the ones forward first.
That said, you can
He
only
didn't-
use
he
the
didn't
market
get the
so
one-
much.
He didn't get the one right next to his monastery. That's going to be the last relic he gets, bro.
Yeah, smart thinking.
It's
'cause
hiding.
You got to get there quickly. Look at Tato dodging the organs and snipes a monk. That's awesome. It's unlikely he'll actually get that one for himself, but at least he delays things from running.
You can deny it, yeah. Running has 3 relics already. He's going to get that 4th one. Apparently, the monk didn't go out for that. Can he not see that? He can. It's going to go for the one forward, I guess. As soon as he lost that first monk, sends the next one there because he knows that one's safe behind. And, well, he's only got 5 on food this time, Tristan.
Yeah.
Only 5 farms set up behind. We were talking about how nice his farm setup was in the previous game on this map, and I'm waiting for him to add some more, or maybe he just tries to drop another castle forward, potentially.
I think you have to. Like, if you don't have better food eco, Tato's boom is just going to grow and grow and grow.
Yeah.
And Tato doesn't have army, so I think you need to drop a castle in a spot that would shoot down these towers and give you a real foothold. But
maybe like near that gold in the stone and just deny it
Yeah.
as long as you can.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking between the towers, kind of where Tato's building the siege workshop now, but that's thinking from Tato, like, I need to have something more than just towers, but I'm not sure it will be in time. Here come these villagers.
The villagers are like, Monk, you need to turn around. We are coming through. The monk is like, but how do I get this home? And then the next villager is going to block him again. Oh, he bypassed him. Okay.
Hey, castle's going to go up. That's a great castle spot. I like that. It'll take out the tower, take out the market, give you access to that gold, which he's going to want anyways to buy a lot of food, most likely.
Yep.
He also
He's
isn't
already buying
overspending
food.
on organs, which I like, because I think I would just autopilot and just make nonstop organs.
Well, organs don't get you anything here, I don't think.
Look at it. Look at the market, man. Sold wood, bought food. Now he needs gold. Tato's thinking about going up as well. But yeah, you're right. Organs don't give you anything if there's towers up. So it's the correct move not to make a lot of them.
And Tato he's getting loom right now, which is a good decision considering you have a forward castle and organs behind on your face. But he's delaying fletching, delaying bodkin, and he's going to click up at the same time as running, actually before running.
Wow.
With 50 villagers versus 36. But how are you ever going to push this castle foundation back, or castle placement back?
Well, an MP could make
That's gonna be
trebs.
the key.
So he does
Yep.
have the stone mining bonus with Koreans. He's got quite a few on stone. Also, his new tower next to his TC
Running,
will
you
give
need
him
to click
further
up, dude.
protection.
There we go.
I guess, like, I'm trying to think after Running's castle goes down. Let's just assume that goes down, this front one here. What does Tato do to push forward? Because he'll have no army.
Yep.
Maybe, like, he has to creep forward with towers to keep himself protected.
Tato should add another market while he can, before he's in a bad spot and he forgets that he doesn't have one.
Yeah. I like how Running has the scout here, and he's just checking to see what Tato's up to. He'll see the university, which might prompt him to actually do the same, which would be kind of funny. And Tato, I'm not a fan of that castle spot. I would have liked to have seen him place the castle next to his monastery, but I guess he's a bit worried.
How much damage does an organ do against a treb? Is it just the extra shots that are doing damage?
They do
Does it
solid
have a
damage.
bonus against siege?
I don't know how, I can't give you a number, but I mean, if you've got 7 of them, should be decent.
Because I'm just thinking, like, if Running gets enough organs, Tato has to come forward, and the only place he can really sit under to treb that castle down is his TC in the guard tower.
I know, yeah, that's
Which
why I
isn't
don't like the
that
castle.
threatening to the organs, right? So, yeah, but maybe you could have deleted some farms and put the castle right beside the TC.
Yeah, because
Maybe
you
that's
need
a play.
something to protect it, but he will get keep
Yeah.
for free. So that's good. I forget if keep gives additional range, though. I feel like it doesn't.
No, keep doesn't give additional range, but it will give damage output against those organs, which should be nice.
Take chemistry right away for Tato. He's making a new siege workshop, and he's making a treb. Yeah, and I guess
And another
especially with the
TC,
TC
wow.
there, he could always garrison those keeps if the organs came in close. So I guess the
Look at
keep
the
does protect.
Look at the food eco for Running. Big.
Huge. He actually pulled off of farms. We do
He's
have to
got
remember,
enough
though,
to-
he could make a Fatoria. So
He could. I don't know if you want to make a Fatoria in this situation, though, because it feels like if you ever give up this forward pressure, you're going to be in trouble.
yeah. He also has 2 castles to make trebs. So yeah, Tato was faster
Oh,
to
wow.
trebuchets.
That treb is further away than I thought. It actually has a place to sit under now.
Yeah, I guess so. Yep. If that tower wasn't there, it'd still be a bit questionable, but you have the TC as well. Running has added a Fatoria, which is 250 gold and 250 stone. And now he's lacking stone to be able to repair this castle for as long as he maybe wants. So,
what is block printing going to get you here?
I
guess for bombard cannons, but then you need to get redemption as well, which he doesn't have already.
Honestly,
but
like
there's the towers. Like, I don't think it gets you that much.
I think if you have the gold floating, you get it though, because it's so cheap for what it gives you.
Yeah, I guess it's like 200, right?
Yeah, like honestly, block printing should probably be a little bit more expensive, but I don't want to be too loud with that because Madri's going to be screaming somewhere to not touch his monks. So
yeah,
it's super valuable, and it's one of the few upgrades you always prioritize in Imp. Yeah, Tato will push the castle down.
And goes for another keep immediately.
He also will have a bomber cannon. Ooh, redemption being 30 seconds late could be such a big deal here. Oh, man. Yeah, running's got to pack up for a second. And once redemption's in, you have 12 ranged monks that can convert that.
Yeah, it's riding on such fine margins here. Just even, like, losing a couple trebs for running could ruin the entire game for him. He's got a decent gold eco, but that's about it.
Now, remember, we talked about it. What does Tato do once he takes that castle down? Like, monks can convert the bomber cannons, and the Trebs shouldn't be able to advance forward. So I think what Tato needs is guard tower, but he's out of stone. So he can make, like, one, or he can buy stone, so he can make more, but he cannot access his stones and golds on the front here the longer running holds his position.
Yeah, what other unit choice can you make? Tato's adding a barracks here. Didn't even have a barracks, so that doesn't tell us anything.
Yeah,
he
true.
Could be going for an archery range unit, stables, we don't know. Didn't even have a barracks in the first place. And here's all the siege from running now, setting up on this side, killing the towers, potential to snipe the bomber cannons. Tato sees that running has monks with block printing. He has to assume redemption is in as well.
Yeah.
And running stole a Ville.
Hey, you're just stuck here for your Tato, honestly. You cannot move out. He's going to get Yipseong, which gives his towers more range, and they do outrange bomber cannons.
What towers?
Yeah, exactly. Like, he's in big trouble here.
And now he'll see redemption for sure.
Yeah, now he knows he needs to leave. I mean, the tower, if he can snipe a couple monks here, could be really helpful.
He does have ballistics, so he won't miss these monks. But he doesn't even have... Dude, he's getting Yipseong, but he doesn't even have Bodkin.
It's so expensive to get all those upgrades for just defensive buildings that can be taken out by Trebs anyways. And remember, running has 5 relics. Running has an army composition, which makes sense to me. And he's adding Fatorias, which gives him additional resources. Like, I know running's kind of pushing, but I think he just needs to be careful not to overextend here.
Yeah.
Because he just needs to hold.
Trying to dive for those. Tato trying to snipe the monks. He only gets one, but he manages to save all of his bomber cannons, but he loses both the Trebs at the same time, and it's only one monk dead at the end of the fight. Tato running out of gold at the back here. He's got 2,100 gold left. All his extra golds are forward, and that's where running is right now.
Stat of the day.
It's pretty bad.
Stat of the day so far, 3 to 3 KD in this game.
Yep.
So much has happened, 3 to 3 KD. And the longer it goes, the better it looks for running. And Tato, I think he thought about guard tower defense, which obviously worked out.
Going what,
Koreans
Skirm?
just don't have anything else. Yeah, I guess maybe Skirm's your best option?
I mean, you got to capitalize on the fact that you have had more food income, but now you've been kicked off of all your farms forward.
Yeah,
Your villagers are confused as to where to go, what to do. And honestly, if I'm running, I start killing houses, bro. My opponent has no space. Just start killing houses. He won't be able to make them anywhere.
Convert the houses. You'll need it. You want another Fatoria.
Yeah.
Just convert them.
The siege workshop, the barracks on the other side. He's shifting the monks over to the right, but there's a tower there. I mean,
there's absolutely
all the
no
buildings.
way. I think of all the Korean bonuses, there's absolutely no way anything can really change this situation. Like, even hand cannons are just kind of a worse organ gun.
They're going to get converted. He's not going to have enough to fight that.
Power of monks,
and now he's
power
converting
pressure.
houses. Perfect.
Yes.
Just kill the goddamn houses. He can't do anything, dude.
Well, remember, like, even though he's pushing right now, he doesn't actually... as he loses a lot of monks. He doesn't actually need to push, so he needs to make sure that he doesn't lose everything here on the front. It should be awkward for Tato to engage, but like the tower and the castle
Town
presence is awkward.
patrol? That is not what you need. You just bought food, Tato. You do not need town patrol.
What is... He's thinking maybe with more vision, he'll be able to experience the destruction of his base.
Yeah, it doesn't allow you to see the fucking future. Like,
Yeah.
you can't.
I mean, we all know exactly what's going to happen here. But let's hold our tongue on that. Tato's done a great job not losing the bomber cannons. I thought all these would have been converted a long time ago. He does have more villagers, but he's lacking the army, and there a bomber cannon goes down. And Tato's not going to be able to make any more of these, really.
Yeah. And Tato is housed right now. And as soon as those houses go down, there's literally nowhere for him to build those.
Also, he invested so much into towers, he doesn't have a single tower now.
God, running is tilting me so hard right now.
Why?
He keeps retasking his trebs off the houses. I swear to just hit the
They're
houses.
just auto-attacking. He's got a micro monks, man.
They were auto-attack. Now they are. Perfect.
I think, no, the house was just the next closest thing. I think so anyways. But Tato calls the GG. And what a great game from running. Like, we kind of knew the game plan. This wasn't a big surprise for people who've been paying attention to how Portuguese play on this map. No, I think it was very Tato-esque to try and pick Koreans and defend from it. But at the end of the day, running played extremely well. He knew what he needed to do. And I just don't see how you stop this, man. It was really strong.
Yeah, I think even in an ideal world where your stone and extra stone and gold is in the perfect position where you can defend it, you're still going to struggle against this.
Yeah.
If running goes for the forward castle. I guess Tato thought he would have an advantage to Imperial Age, more of an advantage over running. Maybe he was banking on getting another relic or something like that, but still, it's just tough.
Yeah.
Maybe he thought he could do something. He knew running was going to go with Portuguese here, and he just decided, well, even if it's a 20% chance, I'm going to try Koreans.
Running did a great job. He didn't overproduce monks. He didn't overproduce organs when he couldn't do damage with it. He still was able to get 5 relics. He had a similar Imperial Age time with 2 castles, and then he knew now's the time for monks. The block printing upgrade, Dave, the redemption upgrade, was basically perfectly timed, right? I don't think he lost the trebuchet when the first bomber cannon appeared. And then he also had more organ guns. Like, I think again, might say all in organ guns. Or if I play like running did, I get to imp and I don't add the organ guns and I'm just stuck on monks. And then that could be a problem for me. So I really like how he balanced things here. Even his unit queue at the end of this game, 9 monks in queue and then 6 organ guns. So he was continually on top of it.
This is why Cloud90 official is still waiting for his acceptance to CL.
No, I don't want acceptance. I actually would be offended with an invite, truthfully. Oh, man. But, I mean, it's really cool to see the fine lines that running had to run along in that game to make it happen, which I think you alluded to in Castle Age. It was really cool.
It is kind of crazy, though. Like, the KD, I looked down at it when you said, the crazy stat this game, and I immediately looked at the KD and I was surprised. 3-3 at that point in the game when so much had happened. Like you said, it was crazy. Just shows how much map position counts, right?
Yeah, that's what arena maps are about. We'll see what the next one's going to be. They're not all quite like that, but they all have unique potential, and it's going to be Jungle Rumble. Well, this is the 3rd game in a row where running has gone for a good monk civ. Or like a civilization that's good at like 1 TC, 2 TC monk siege style pushes. Lithuanians are top tier on that. And he went 23 pop FC with Mongols. Lithuanians with the extra food can do it even faster than that, especially if you're not going to go for your unique unit. So I'm excited for this. Yeah, again, I haven't casted this one. I saw the amazing game between, I think, Vinch and Madri.
Yeah.
It's on my list, but I never actually got to cover any of this, so
that was crazy, dude. I think YouTube would really enjoy that if you redid that one.
It was one of the rare times too. Well, spoilers for anyone who's never seen this, but like it was one of the rare times I think where Flemish Revolution happened, and then the game just continued way beyond that. Like normally, I think Flemrev ends the game one way or the other.
I've seen it a few times, Flemish Revolution carrying on beyond, and most of those times are with Winchester. So I
Yeah.
don't know. Maybe it's like his tenacity or something. that
What's
he
happening
just
with
keeps
running right
going.
now? Did he? Okay, I think he's here. Never mind. Sorry, he had like 5 villagers that were idle. But
The Ville's on the outside. I think he was looking for the zebra or something.
that could have been it. Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe he heard the crocodile attacking his villager on the
Dude.
outside. So
So on this map, I watched Dragonstar, right? And he was taking the deer on the outside first, and he actually walled in his goats against the mill, like to prevent his opponent from coming over and laming them. And it seemed like super, unnecessary and whatever. And then Adam comes in and he's like, yeah, I was his training partner.
makes sense.
He's like, I lamed the shit out of him.
Makes sense.
So Dragonstar was like paranoid about losing his goats.
Well, Tato kind of is. He sent them there to the south, and he's losing the scout fight right now.
Yeah, there is a hill on that inside edge, so it's important that you take advantage of that. And Tato didn't do that at all. I saw you commented on Spirit's YouTube video. I was very surprised to see a reference to one of my old forum posts from 2015.
Yeah, I saw that.
on that.
Well, you're probably thinking of it because of the scout fights, right? And it seems like now there is one thing with the way he tested it that I'm not 100% sure on, because he alluded to the fact that it's been known for a while that player 1 has an edge, but that's actually the reason that worked. It was the host. It wasn't based on the player. It was always based on the host. And I also believe that has been changed since. So, but yeah, I'd be excited to test
the current
it.
version of the game, so.
Yeah, that's true. So,
and I guess it hasn't been changed. Maybe it's one of those legacy issues, that persist to this day, as they always say. But I've been doing single unit guard stance in like Scout Wars and stuff for a long time, and you never really find an instance where it's viable, because oftentimes you're, especially at a higher level, maybe at a lower level you don't, but at a higher level you're like jockeying for position. And as soon as you retask that unit,
it's
from
done.
guarding itself, it resets.
Yeah,
the
it's
guard. So you
completely
have to, and it's really hard to find an application for it. It's an interesting thing to do, especially with like custom scenario maps where your unit is one-shotting everything. Then you need to guard yourself.
Yeah,
but if your
sure.
unit isn't one-shotting, then it doesn't really make much of a difference.
Well, I'm really hoping that we really should shut up about it, because I want to win a freaking Scout War. Like, I want to win one of those 50-50 Scout
You
Wars.
win every Scout War against me ever.
Well, that's you, but I don't take pride in that. As whatever. I should.
Right. I get it.
Literally anyone else, I get destroyed in those 50-50s. So.
Well, we see Tata playing as Mongols, and he's going up super quick, and he's probably going to go for a stable, like I said, on the outside here. There's 2 patches of Zebra that he can take with those 3 vills, and it's very important to keep these villagers alive. As we see running over to the side with his villagers.
Is he going to wall that? Because he knows there's going to be
He
scouts?
wants to wall it, yeah. But there's a scout here from Tato, so he knows exactly what's happening, and this is why Dragonstar walled in the goats.
Oh, man.
Later,
And there's also crocodiles here, too.
Everywhere.
So there's going to be 2 weak vills. If Tato were to loop back, that's weird from Tato that he's not looping back.
I like this approach from him, though. Stable on the outside, you get your eco upgrades early. If you control that outer edge, you can like wall in your opponent, put towers on their wood line. It is, I think, 6 tiles of wood to go through, so it is a long time it takes to chop out. And this is very common to wall in like this. Very, very common.
And Tato's going to wall as well. But it seems like, I could be wrong, but the opponents in Dark Age, you've got Scouts and Spearmen. It feels like this could have easily been an opportunity for him to catch running out. But he is trying to wall on the backside, too.
He's going to catch him out here, unless running goes for gates or whatnot.
Ooh, there you go.
Market house, nice.
He needed the market anyway, so that's clutch.
Yeah, I'm kind of a little disappointed in Tato that he didn't send the scout from the north.
Yeah, that's what needed to go down there.
Side.
Yep.
Yeah.
Again, it kind of depends on like what his focus was. I think he might be sending his scout to where those villagers are going to go because he wants to accompany them. But at least based on what I'm seeing here, there's never really any possibility that Tato's villagers should ever find any enemies as they go that direction. But this is cool because like Tato now knows he needs to chop wood a little bit differently. And then running won't have any clue that there's going to be walls back there from Tato. In fact, Tato's, I guess he's going to make a wall on either side. That's kind of one way to do it.
Guys, the scout in the middle, you start with a scout in the middle, and you start with a scout on the outside.
Yeah, there's 2 scouts.
So that's how it didn't magically teleport its way through the wood line like that. Keshik magically teleported its way through my stone wall the other day.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's a wonderful clip.
I had over the past week, I've had like 3 villagers just show up in the middle of a house. They just like house walling, and then after the house builds, they're standing in the middle of the house.
Well, maybe it was a house party. Did you invite them?
It wasn't a party. There was only one person.
Did they bring their own booze?
It's
Or did they just show up?
It was like my kind of parties. Just me, man. No one else shows up. It's like Michael Scott at the convention or whatever.
Did you make like a giant bowl of guacamole?
I watched that episode the other night. It's like Michael's been the only one there at that party the entire time. This guy who shows up, he's like, "Are we the only ones here?" He's like, "Nah, people have been coming in and out all night, you know?"
Yeah.
Relatable. Okay, so tower for Tato, and it's perfect approach on the backside of Running's wood line, but there might be a concern for him in the middle here, right? Because Tato's very much stuck in the feudal age and investing into the outer ring with feudal age. If I'm Running, I see this as an invitation to go full clown, as we call it, and go siege and monks in the middle.
Yep, and if you control that middle area, I mean, that's a lot of gold. If you zoom out, click all the gold, I think it's like 92,000 or something if you only include the ones in the middle.
A lot.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it says 100K, but I think I probably included ones on the outer ring, so...
Yeah.
And that's perfect for, oh man, for some reason I thought he was Bohemians. Okay, never mind. That would be amazing for the Bohemians.
Oh, Tato's got an archer there now, too. Ooh, and he's breaking through on the other side as well. If Running doesn't have villagers on the outside, it could be really
We're going to wait till Dave's
he
mic
has such a good
fixes to
castle age time in the middle, as he only just now adds a barracks, Tristan. So the push isn't even, the timing isn't even going to be there.
And his eco's also not that
And the scouts are going to be in
great.
on the other side.
Yeah, it's true. So I guess Tato could have maybe stopped this a bit earlier. But unless, well, hold on a second, actually.
House near the lumber camp, maybe?
Yeah,
Running,
he needs
you need
a house.
to block this. There we go.
So this would be funny if he converts just the archers. He's fine.
Heal the Vills first and then convert the archers.
Yeah.
Heal Vills, grab the relic, and then convert the archer.
Yeah, he's actually, it'd be interesting to see how long these villagers are here, but I actually think he's okay there. Did Tato lose his scout in the middle, I wonder? I think he might.
It's on the gate. It's on the gate.
Ah, well, that should be an easy pickoff for Running, though. He's got spearmen, and he's got his own scout, but he doesn't want to show it yet, because here he comes with villagers.
Yep.
Look, Tato's full feudal age army has to go away because of one monk. That's crazy. Man, it would bother me so much, though. Like, Tato's done so much work, but he's still going to need military in the middle to stop this. And he's still, like, 3 minutes away from hitting Castle Age.
Yeah, it's going to be really tough.
You went for just, like,
boy.
10 seconds. You were Robo Dave again. And as long as it doesn't stay consistently, I always really enjoy Robo Dave.
We will destroy humanity.
Robo Dave holds a special place in my heart.
Well, is it as special as Morgan Freeman?
I can't figure out why that happened, and it's only ever happened once.
I don't know. That was the funniest. I sometimes watch back that, like, just clips of that game. That is the funniest game I think we've ever cast.
And we were also
Philster
23 hours in, so.
Yeah, Philster streaming his point of view of just like a Frozen game in Discord to like 100 people.
Giving updates and, oh, man. Yeah, what a moment that was. Morgan Freeman Dave is definitely goated.
Yeah.
Well, Running says, I don't really care about the outside. I mean, the villagers and the monk is maybe going to live in Tato's head a little bit, but that's probably not going to progress too far. The middle, though, I know Tato loves this guard tower, but how is he going to stop this? It's going to be, he's got 2 spearmen already. There should be 2 more monks on the way. You've got siege on the way as well. So, like, that gate's going to be halfway down.
Running should have gone for a ram there to open instead of Mangonel, but
maybe.
that's what it
Yeah.
is.
Well, I always, we have seen in some situations that, you know, you ram through and then the ram's useless. So you kind of want something more to be able to damage villagers than just the monks and the spearmen there. But I see what you're saying. Tato's got stone, which is on the outer ring. And he is still kind of having his scouts parked on the outside. Yeah, that's true. Adding a TC there would be really smart.
I think you have to. Just get your population up on the outside. So if you lose the stuff in the middle, at least you can like buy yourself a ton of time. With that, as he towers the wood line now, Running is trying to chop through to his base, or just using those villagers in general.
Yeah, Tato, I would have liked to see the tower a little closer to his own wood line, because he really needs to escape with these villagers as well. Unless he feels like he can defend this, but it looks like he wanted to add a siege workshop and forgot you needed a blacksmith first. Or maybe he just wants the blacksmith, but yeah, there's the siege workshop now. This should prompt Running. Once Running sees the siege workshop, he's going to prioritize redemption.
Now, this looks very dangerous from Running. All it's going to take, though, is a Mangonel to go like 1 for 2.
Yeah.
And then suddenly Running only has 1 Mangonel. The Light Cav are there from Tato. Now, the Light Cav can engage against the Spearman, but if it's only 1 Mangonel pushing, you can't really go very far, right? So Tato gets some good trades. It can be nice for him. Running's going to have to really pay attention to his Mangonel micro. And he's keeping the scout in front to give himself vision. Usually you'd go for an outpost in that situation, as we see Tato missing that first shot and Running getting the Mangonel, but it didn't die! It didn't die! Oh, no!
No way. Oh my god, that's so tilting, man. It was the perfect shot from Running.
How did that not die?
Also, Tato's looping around with the Light Cav, Dave. So he's got what he wanted. He got his 1 for 2. But there's more siege on the way, and he needs to keep the siege workshop up.
But you see, with 1 Mangonel, it's not enough. It's not enough to kill the siege workshop. That is so unfortunate for Running. Tato getting what value he can. He should have definitely lost that first Mangonel.
Agreed.
Definitely. And, oh, monks have sanctity.
Oh, and the Spearman gets some amazing hits. But now a couple monks are going to go down.
Oh, disaster for Running. Absolute disaster here.
Dude, I'm tilted for him right now. Like that, he did everything right with that micro move, and somehow Tato's Mangonel went down to 1 HP. It's not finished yet, because he does still have the 1 Mangonel, so I guess that's
1 HP.
Yeah, I guess that's the game returning the favor, but he kind of needs this to work soon, because he's got an opponent that'll be on 3 town centers.
The siege workshop is being converted, though, and Tato just has no hesitation. Get out of here. Nope.
Did he not delete that a little early? Because that takes a long time to convert.
That's what I'm thinking, too, but maybe he was worried about Running, charging up a conversion there, and then converting something else as well, as like if a light cav came in or something like that, and deletes the market instantly too.
I personally,
at this point, just go after every building if you're Running.
True, go for the town center. Let's go.
Yeah, is you gonna delete this too, or what's going on?
Yeah, like it normally takes quite a bit of time, so that's why we're surprised that he did that. Like now you delete it with all these other buildings, and so what this has done is, as the blacksmith gets converted, it has given Running the immediate option to take out this town center.
Yep.
So, like, and also to rebuild the market right away, but not rebuild the siege workshop right away, tells me Tato's definitely under a lot of stress at the moment.
It's weird, man. Like, you wait 60 or 30 seconds or whatever, delete the siege workshop, then it buys you another 30 seconds to make that siege workshop at the back, but instead you just insta-delete both. Guess he wasn't taking any chances.
I like how Running walled on the left side, so the scouts couldn't loop back in, so his villagers are still there. And he could pretty much see everything that Tato has right now, with the exception of that right corner. So Tato is booming into the right corner in case he loses all of his vills, but like most of his vills are right here and desperately trying to chop out.
I like how Tato has kept the scouts or light cav in the stable too. So Running did a little run by there, and he clicked pikemen immediately after that. He saw the flag, but he doesn't know how many are in there.
Yep. Running's eco is pretty good for 1 TC eco. You know, I know it seems ridiculous, but like that farming eco is really good for him. He's not using the market as much.
The gold in the middle.
He's got 700 gold, Dave.
He's going after that mill. Look at this. He's charging up against the mill, and he keeps unclicking from it. And Tato knows exactly what's happening. He untasks from that mill.
Yep.
And see, he did it again. He's charging, bro.
That's so smart.
He's charging in case the Mangonel comes within range, and then he'll target to the Mangonel and get that conversion.
Tato's thinking, please convert the mill. Please convert the mill. Let's see if
Yeah.
running does it
Do it by
again.
accident.
Yeah, he did it again.
Oh, God. This is so frustrating. If you're Tato, you can't come forward with that Mangonel. You're going to have to reposition on the other side.
Oh, man. And I mean, he's got 36 on wood, 4 on food right now. And those 36 on wood are still a long way.
Running did it again, dude.
Clown powers, dude. Look at this. And now he's got the Mangonel on the other side that's going to be, should be converted. Tato won't be able to get the kill because Sanctity's in. Attack rounds.
He's going after the monk.
Yeah, he wants to get that one.
Dead.
That Lycav could actually be converted here. It's been a long conversion for that monk on the back. And yep.
Oh, man.
Tato's in trouble. Big trouble. The Lycav now
He's trying to,
contribute a
he's
bit.
like, he's buying himself enough time to just chop through to the other
Pretty much,
side
yeah.
somehow, yeah.
Like that, he needs it. Now, I don't know how Tato would fare without all the gold in the middle. It feels like there's a lopsided distribution of gold there, but
Yeah. Dude, he's got 50 villagers in that one little corner of his base. And right now, it's only 3 guard towers, a TC, and a Mangonel protecting that area.
and running buys food and running goes up to Imp. Sick, dude. The only thing he's missing is like a castle, basically, because the castle is going to be needed in order to, be able to make trebuchets and whatnot. But
I mean, he's almost got enough Mangonels where he can just run in and kill the guard towers.
True. Yeah, that's a fair point. It will be tough, though, because a lot of your Mangonels could get weakened by the guard towers, and then Tato could get a really good, like, 1 for 3.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to try and convert the tower. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Here he goes. No murder holes for
he's
Tato.
going to get it. He's going to get it. He'll get it. And he's healing the other monk. And Tato deletes.
Oh, God, this
No
is
guard
so
tower for
smart.
you. Holy, bro.
This is so
Running
smart.
is a beast.
He does everything right, from the conversions to the healing here. And remember, he got really unlucky at a crucial moment earlier. Still has recovered from it.
This is crazy.
I like how Tato's making his next market in the right corner. He's like, okay, let's not give him any more units or buildings to convert.
And there we go. Mangonels against guard tower.
Guard tower doesn't
villagers
even
to
have body
repair.
narrow.
Tato pops out. He gets 1 Mangonel. He's gonna have to go 1 for 4. And
Nope.
okay.
Not gonna happen. Tower will go down. Tato's still 5 lines of trees from getting to the outer ring. And running's repair timing is just perfect. He's always repairing the correct Mangonel.
Tato is so basically Tato's win condition here, folks, is that he buys himself enough time to boom up on the outside or to cut through. And right now, it's just simply not happening.
Yeah.
Oh, he might get the Mangonel. He does.
So the next thing
It's
we
still
should be talking
impressive.
about is what does running accomplish with Imp? We know monk upgrades are possible, but if anything, I really think he needs siege.
Buy a castle.
Yeah, buy a castle, and
sell
also
the
maybe
food and buy a castle there.
if you're ever worried about getting to the outer ring, you could always just use Onager. Truthfully.
There it is. Dave Stradamus.
Yep. Next level predictions there.
But you need more than 2 villagers forward to do.
He's
such a
got
thing.
more. They're on the way.
Okay, there we go.
It's kind of funny how Tato is repositioning his vills. Like, running might actually assume that Tato's through at the moment. But Tato is actually... It's not good that he's had to do this, but he's just placing new lumber camps.
Tato had a Mangonel in there. Imagine if he had attack rounded that foundation.
Oh,
that
yeah,
sick.
that could change the game.
That would have destroyed. Tato adding in that 30C on the outside. And he, you know what? He's only lost 5 villagers, Tristan.
Right? And the KD's
Incredible.
only 14 to 13.
Incredible.
But that's going to change soon, right? There's no way
Oh,
he
when
could
he kills
stop.
If he kills 1 here, he's going to kill 10.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
50
yeah.
or 60. Like,
Can
once he
you-
gets through, he's through.
Too bad you can't, like, sit your villagers in a Mangonel 1 by 1 and toss them over the wood line. Can you imagine that?
Don't. Oh, yeah.
Like, the rocks have to be as heavy as a human, right?
The thing is, though, Tristan, reality isn't a cartoon. You would die.
I mean,
We need to set up some hay bales or something on the other side. Also, you'd have like severe, lingering injuries from the whiplash. Also, gravity is a thing.
but you'd be alive. I think that's all that matters, really. And when a monk
you?
can just heal you up, that's all that matters.
You'd be very much alive for about 5 seconds when you're flying through the air.
I would do it. All right, I would do it. Oh man, I just don't know. Like, let me double click the vills here. Tata's got 40. Let's say 55 because he's got some in the towers too.
49.
So he needs to get that number on the
50.
right corner somehow at the same time. And I just don't see him being able to do that.
Yeah. Once the towers go down, all of these villagers are dead.
Yeah, like running could just make it interesting and add one single Latus and give that Latus all the kills.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
Tato's eco right now is just chop faster, chop faster. He doesn't have the second wood upgrade. Chop faster.
He doesn't have the second wood upgrade.
He doesn't know.
What a horrible thing to miss. Oh, it's so sad that he doesn't have that. Choppa, man.
Yeah.
I don't think it would have made a difference if it's any consolation. I think if he had the wood upgrade, it would just be more of a tease than anything.
Oh my god.
And he's going to continue to progress towards Running's base and drop towers.
Towering over there. Okay. 82 vills still for him. He's only lost 10, but that's about to climb.
And what's the worker efficiency looking
He's got a 5th TC coming on the outside.
Yeah, I know. I really want him to boom back into this. Like, that would be so epic.
He's bought himself so much time with that defense. The defense was kind of good because Running's push was amazing.
Yeah, yeah. The fact that Tato's not dead yet is real sign that Tato's done good work here.
Tato is fighting monks with villagers now. That is not a good sign. And
well, they're going to die anyways.
You can say Running was behind on villagers, but he's going to catch up awfully fast if he keeps converting all of Tato's eco.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And Tato continues to try and buy time. These guys are sending ravens to their friends on the outside like, hey, we're holding on for you. Remember us. Yeah, Tato, I mean, you're going to run out of space here.
Someone in my chat with the Omega Brain plays. Can he siege tower into Running space and escape out his base?
That would be funny. Oh, he's making a siege tower! He's making a siege tower! I mean, that might be his play. Now, he can see with his archer that Running is not through yet, but he's trying to chop through where the tower is at Running's base.
Bro, that is so good.
I mean,
holy.
It is and it isn't.
It's not going to accomplish anything, but when's the last time you saw someone siege tower into their opponent's base to escape?
Exactly. Yeah, you don't see that.
Get in, get out. Oh, can he like chop through and then hop into his tower? Maybe.
Yeah, maybe it'll teleport.
If he's like one tile, he needs to chop through like 2 trees to get through there, though.
I absolutely love.
He goes for outposts.
How Running's making a tower. Running's scared of that. He's like, what am I supposed to do with this?
And you know what? Say what you will about this, but Running is completely occupied with this.
Yeah, he is.
Still booming on the outside.
It bothers me. Like, the thing that it's really occupying is the food eco for Running. So it's only going to be monks. It's only going to be trebs. And now Tato continues to fight in the middle.
He's now ahead in vills because every time he converts a villager, it's a 2 vill swing.
Yeah. And this tower's likely not going to go up. And there's no way Tato can escape. But it is buying him time. I can't wait to see the stat at the end that says how many total villagers the players had. Because it's giving Tato time to make more on the outside.
Yeah.
Out of 5 TCs, dude. He's got 5 TCs pumping. He might actually... Because how many vills does he even have remaining now in the middle? He's got like 13-ish. Wow, so he lost like 30 vills and the vill count's still 90 to 100. He's got a chance.
And Running converted probably 20 of those vills.
Yeah.
So that's a 40 villager swing, and those conversions don't show up on the Eco KD, right? I like the archer on the outside too from Tato being very annoying there.
Right.
Now Running's going to have to make his way through there, and the closest place I think is at Tato's side. to chop through.
Yeah.
Tato is just chilling inside the siege tower. He's like, it's safe in here.
Siege towers can be
I wonder
converted.
if you could like get those trebuchet balls right through that open gap there in the siege tower. It'd be like an arcade game or something.
I've never seen a siege tower converted with villagers inside. So this could be a
Probably
first.
be like a transport ship, right?
Yeah, you would think.
There we go.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, the
They
villagers
pop
hop out, and Tato
And he
just
deleted-
commits suicide. We were not meant for the outside world.
Ah, the sun! Ah!
Well, Tato has a guard tower behind this wood line now, and running's like, I need to make another wood line. Like, Tato could, in theory, hold. He's got a TC going up in the north now. He's in.
He bought himself so much time with the shenanigans.
Yeah,
bought
he
himself
really
another,
did.
like 4 minutes with the siege tower shenanigans. But running is now going
Oh.
into Cavalier, and running could go into Onager to cut as well if he just wants to get outside, or just use
Also-
the trebs actually.
Also, he can use the 2 villagers on the very left side if he wants outside army, Dave.
Ah, he still has those. I
He's
forgot
getting
about that.
Cavaliers, so I think you just use those vills if he remembers and make the
Honestly, I
stables.
think he probably forgot about those vills as well.
I would have.
Yeah.
Because you still want the outer ring. But right now, he's doing the right things. He's trying to get his farming eco up. He's placing tons of farms in the middle.
And Tato is playing as Mongols, which historically have had an extremely slow transition.
Yeah.
He's going to have to make something happen pretty quickly here. I'd love to see running, as soon as he gets just a decent ball of Cavalier, just cut through the trees with the trebs.
Yeah, I agree.
Just get through the trees. I don't think you cut right now. I think you have an army first, and then you momentum push.
He deleted the siege tower. He's like, that's a waste of population for me.
Yeah.
Let's look at the fog of war for both players, because that's ridiculous to me, and just like zoom out. You've got running. The houses are actually giving him some vision on the one side, and then you've got Tato. Just polar opposites. Also, Tato just doesn't have enough gold in the outer ring, dude. Like, there's so much gold in the middle. I don't think an outer ring hold can do something if you don't have good trash units.
Running is just converting every building in Tato's base.
He's going to try and convert that tower for a second and realizes he can't do that. Paladin's on the way, so yeah, he's just taking his time. And Tato is going to work up Mangadai. And now running remembers the vills. So now he's going to make the stables on the outer side as well.
Perfect.
But yeah,
It's
I
gonna be
personally would.
so tough for Tato to fight. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
Tato's not even an imp yet, so. But he is up to the same vill count, and he does have some light cav. And he's hoping that it's just going to be monks, right? He's hoping it's still 2 farm eco for running. He doesn't actually have any way of knowing what running's economy looks like at the moment.
Running has 50 on gold. So Paladin spam is not an issue. The food is the issue, and he's got 39 farmers now. He set up a bunch of farms in the middle. You can always buy food, and he's queuing up Cavalier from a lot of stables, and it looks like he's waiting with the trebs. He's actually going to bring him over to the other side.
Dude, just get Onager, dude. just research Onager, man. It would have been through
You
already.
certainly have. I guess the food is the only issue, right? The gold isn't the issue.
Yeah. I mean, I think he feels he's got this game,
It's
right?
only like 20 seconds with the trebs to cut through. It's not that long. If he remembers, he can cut through with trebs. Right now,
Yeah.
he still hasn't done it. So, and he's buying food for 228 gold, so he doesn't care.
Yeah, and
Onager
he
was coming
clicked
in.
it, and there he goes. Okay.
There it is.
But yeah, he's not going to show up with like Cavalier where upgrades are still flying in. He's going to have full upgrades. And Tato's not even going to be an imp. So as good as the Mangadai are,
141 vills for Tato, though. Who thought we would ever be here?
did Tato forget that he's not imp?
He might have.
Because
honestly.
like it's been such a crazy game. To me, it looks like he forgot. He certainly doesn't have the gold right now to be able to do
it's
it.
going to be pretty apparent when you go to the blacksmith and there's no bracer.
Yeah, true. He
So-
did just get Bodkin, so I think he's just realized now, like, oh yeah,
He is
imp.
selling. He's selling food for a really good price because
That's
running
true.
was buying so much of it. He's adding another castle there. It looks like he wants to go up to imp. He's going to click up right now.
But running is free with the
running in.
paladins on the left side, and he can onager anywhere he wants.
Gonna be fully upgraded too. Final armor upgrade just now coming in. Light Cav, Magadai, and Castle Age are not going to be it to fight these.
If there was more gold on the outside, I think there'd be a chance for Tato, but he's just running on such a
He
clock.
sees it and he's like, yeah, it's just GG.
Also, funny little pop-up there at the end. The most created unit was 24 monks for running.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that was tied with the paladins because there's 24 paladins on the field right now. But man, what a push. I mean, Tato focused a lot in the outer ring, like we said, Dave. But running just had such impeccable micro and focus on that middle push, which in the end ended up winning him the game. I just, obviously running played well. And I haven't seen a lot of games on this map. But there's such a big gold discrepancy between the middle and the outer ring. I just don't think prioritizing the outside makes near as much sense for me.
I think it's like 38 villagers got converted there or something.
Oh, yeah, we have to look at that.
Because we look at the eco K there was 23 vills lost to kills from Tato. Then we look at his total villager count.
I mean, my favorite stat is, total throughout the game. 215 villagers.
Yeah, so then you subtract the 23 from that, and then the difference between the 154 and the... No. I don't know. Fuck.
You just got to decide not to try. Because someone who's watching us is going to do it for us, and then we can bring it up like we're smart.
38. Yeah, I was right. Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking it was 38. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I did math on stream, and it didn't turn out badly.
Mm-hmm.
So
Tato actually collected more in the way of resources that game. That's nuts.
Yep.
He had, the wood doesn't surprise me, but he had 300 more resources in total. But there was again, no math on stream. I know the number. I won't say it. There was a very large difference between the amount of gold they brought in there.
He also deleted some. That is a good point. He did delete some. So we don't know how many he converted. Probably 30, somewhere around there, probably.
Yeah, it seems about right, because I remember we checked and he had about 14, 15 villagers remaining before he deleted. And then the other villagers, I don't think too many of them died to other units. But I love this map. Obviously, I put a lot of work into making it. So, and I haven't seen it in a while, so I'm not sure if things changed, Dave. Like, have we seen tower rushes in the middle? Or is it just Eco and Castle Age?
I'm trying to... Tato did a crazy Khmer forward against Viper. And he did end up against Bohemians.
Okay.
So he went super fast Castle Age, Scorpions, Monks, I believe. And he got himself a really good position. And then it was against Bohemians. So the end game was both players with 100+ villagers. Hufnitsa Halb against Ballista Elephant. Hussar, I believe.
Okay, so he had a lot of eco then to be able to afford that.
Yeah, he did eventually because he bought himself such a good position at the front.
Gotcha.
But the Ballista Elephant actually won there because Tato had a really good map position. And there was points where like he was legitimately cutting through different areas of the woodline to try and get at Viper's base with Hufnitsa like ready to pounce. It was good.
That's cool. Well, running's Aztecs, and with Aztecs, you're not normally thinking about any type of feudal play. I think since they start with 9 villagers, I think the fast feudal into eco upgrades is not near as good. Because you're already at 16 pop. Normally you click up at like 21 pop and you might not have the food. So I think that strategy might actually be kind of eliminated with the 9 vil start or just not feel as strong. I'm thinking it'll probably be fast castle. I'm just wondering if Tato wants to consider light cap because like I probably would want to do so if I'm up against the Aztecs and there's this corridor through the middle.
Yeah.
Very easy to pressure your opponent there, and that's what running will likely do here, I think.
Well, we'll see. I like how running has just deleted the walls on the outside. It's like, I'm going to delete the whole segment. I don't need one.
What am I missing?
Tato, sorry, not running. Tato,
I see. Sorry. Okay, I was confused.
Sorry. Yeah.
Well, maybe he'll make his buildings out there. That's probably another indicator that he might want to go fast castle and just make his market there. He learned in the previous game not to make your markets where monks can convert them, that's for sure. Is he going to click up here? Because remember, I'm going based on feel. I haven't seen a ton of games with the 9 villagers start on closed maps. So yeah, he actually is going to be able to click up here. So this is what we used to see a lot with Melee on Standard Arena. Oh wait, there's a barracks. So this might be a feudal pressure, not just a little mini boom.
What sort of feudal pressure would you go for here? Is it going to be... It wouldn't be men-at-arms. So how are you going to get through the walls? That's my question.
Maybe... So the way the middle is situated, you can make a tower, but you just can't build anything in the darker sand there. So maybe he goes
spot,
just one tower and then a couple archers with some eco behinds might be decent.
I mean, maybe. Feels like Tato can wall further enough or far enough back. You could avoid the tower fire.
I'm just curious to see what his eco looks like because this is a priority on army.
And there's no archer wrench.
Yeah, and he can't build it in the middle.
You can't fit it.
He should know this.
He will know this, 100%.
But if he makes a tower and it's not walled up, like running could always rush it down. But running's not getting loom. Ooh, I wonder if running cancels feudal and gets loom real quick. Doesn't look like he wants to. He's just going to add a couple extra palisade walls, and he's going to be heading up.
The greed is there.
And the range is now coming from home from Tato. I mean, that's not too bad, right? Like, I think the important thing is just to get the tower first.
Yeah.
We'll see how this pressure pays off, but I think it's a correct approach because Aztecs are just so terrifying off of fast castle. Running will be experienced, though, with this type of pressure. This, for a while, was happening a lot on even Standard Arena with the stone walls. And he's going to miss out on some of his berries, but to me, it looks like he's going to get the majority of his food.
Yeah, the problem for Tato here is that he doesn't have enough stone for a follow-up tower, right? So the villagers will basically be the siege in this situation. He goes for a house.
Oh, my God.
So
no, they're through. No loom.
They're through. No loom.
That's so bad.
No loom. Everyone in chat is now relating with running because we've all been in this situation where we've clicked up with no loom.
Well,
and
now
the enemy is now in.
That could be the game because it's not just the one villager being killed, but it's that the walls didn't pay off, and now there's going to be archers. And even, I mean, he's going to get loom, but even if he gets more walls down, the fast castle's kind of ruined now.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Tato snags another vill.
That's 2 vills down. Also can take the eagle pretty easily here as well. The archer has arrived. He'll lose his scout there, Tato. The eagle runs away.
Eagle survives. Eagle survives for now. Villagers have loom. Tato still advancing with his own vills, and running just calls the GG. Wow, dude. No loom, and he didn't tap that house or the wall fast enough.
Yep.
It was like 1 HP or 2 HP. The scout got through, and that's the GG. Damn.
Oh, I didn't update the score here. It's 2-2 now, right? I think it is. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I think you just got to get loom there. Like, but it's the timing's so fast with Melee. He was feudal at 8:30? Yeah, 8. Oh no, wait. Oh god, the timing's all screwed up in my mind because it's a 9-ville start.
Yeah,
never mind.
It's a 9-ville start. Yeah.
I was saying 8:30 like that because that's what it would be in standard RM. So I guess it's hard to relate the 6 minutes to that, but yeah, Tato he knew that Aztecs would be trouble. He knew that it was close quarters there. Fast castle is obviously risky, and it didn't work out for running. Feels bad. The best civilization the Goths could be chosen against could have maybe been Bengalis here.
Well, what do Bengalis have to answer Goths if they go into Huskarls? I guess you have the Rathas on melee mode. Do they take extra? They probably take extra damage from the Huskarls. I would not be surprised if they did.
I don't know. I mean, this is nice because I have not seen Goths against Bengalis in late game, and we're on Fortress where this will likely go to late game. But Bengalis have dominated. I've been following enough to know that the Bengalis on this map may be one of the best civs. You get 2 extra villagers when you arrive to the next age. So that's a 4 villager lead you're going to have over your opponent.
Yeah.
When you arrive to castle.
What do you do against Huskarl? What do you do against Huskarl?
I sadly don't know if they have champion. Like, there's so little I know about this civilization beyond their elephant archers and their Rathas. I know their stable sucks, and I know they don't get the final armor upgrade because Capture Age is saying that. But do they get supplies, and do they get champion, I guess? I'm being told they get champs, but I don't know if they get supplies. If you don't get supplies, it's bad, right?
Yeah.
And it's
and
still
you don't
not
get
great.
You don't get the final armor upgrade for running either.
And I don't think they get hand cannons either. It wouldn't make a lot of sense for this Civ to get hand cannons.
They don't get hand cannons, I don't think.
So basically, running is going to have to use his eco advantage to try and hold, and obviously do other things like get relics. Both players start with a castle. You start with houses, and you start with a barracks. Look at Tato's gold. That's actually really good. Right behind the castle, as safe as it gets.
Yeah.
Also, the villagers get some shade in the hot sun. Always nice.
Yeah, well, they are Goths, so.
Yeah, true. They don't want to be out in the sun.
No.
And the male villagers never have shirts on, man. It's a wonder they don't get sunburned.
Yeah, exactly. The shade is almost as dark as my soul.
Oh man, running clicks up already. So this is a bit earlier than what you would normally do in Standard Fortress. Now again, the build orders and the timings could be different because they start with 9 villagers here. But typically it's like 21 or 22 vil click up. And Tato is maybe using that that knowledge he has. He's going to go 22 vils, which is standard.
Running, I mean, it does make sense to go up as early as you can with Bengalis, so you get those 2 villagers earlier, right? So if you can stretch it, which it looks like he can, and he's got 7 on gold right now, so he's really making up for the lack of gold starting out there. He's going to get up to Feudal Age and immediately get those extra 2 vils working.
Yeah, this is a really good build for running. I'm sure he's practiced the 9 villager start build more than Tato has. Not saying Tato doesn't have experience, but not only that, but I think he's going to make his market and his blacksmith to complete the wall. Yeah.
Oh, that's so nice. And it's such a nice area back there. You got like cliffside view, stone, gold, relic, snow leopard.
I don't see the snow leopard. Oh, yep, there's the snow leopard.
Yeah, this is my favorite corner.
That's a perfect spot. Again, though, like, look at Tato's golds. Both of his golds are forward outside of his base.
Yeah.
I could see some real potential here for running, even if he doesn't necessarily have the units against Elite's Huskarl.
Dude, I don't know what you do against Goss. Dude, I'm thinking, what do you do against Huskarl Halberdier?
Okay, well,
as Bengalis, and then if you go champion, then you're going champion against Goss with no supplies.
Okay, but what do we always say against, to a newer player when they come to us and say, how do you counter Goths in late game?
You get the advantage. It's Regicide Fortress, though.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. But the point stands that, like, if you get ahead of them early, and then there's the forward golds and lots of areas you can pressure, I think that it could work. But I'm with you. I'm not disagreeing. I don't know how good his units are going to be.
Do Bengalis get heavy Scorpion?
I don't like that in general. It's too slow. It's just way too slow. But I'm going to say they do because I have a 50-50 chance at getting that right.
Yeah.
So
I would love to see heavy Scorpion actually work once.
I'd love to see battle elephants that resist bonus damage actually work, but I think that's far too expensive. And Goth Halbs are way too cheap. Like, it's not a bonus that... I've toyed around with the Megali elephants, and I guess it's kind of like a Sicilian Cavalier. Like, yes, you can take fights against Halbs, but should you, though?
What if running goes for a monk push here early?
He's going to boom. I think, like, monk pushing when you don't know where that castle is really bad, right? Because monk siege, it looks horrible if you show up to your opponent's base and their castle's right in front of their TC. I think it's too much gambling. Yeah, I want to see Rathas. I want to know how Rathas do on melee mode against something like Huskarl.
Goths get the bonus damage against them. Huskarl gets the bonus damage.
So it's probably not great.
No, it's objectively bad.
Well, no, but how much damage do the Huskarls take is my question.
Oh, Arath is just like a knight, dude. Arath is literally a knight. It's 10 base damage on the melee mode.
Okay, so again, the Wrath is like
and
60
they're getting
wood,
so it's like
60 food, or no, 60 wood, 60 gold.
It's like
I think.
basically a knight against a Huskarl, but the Huskarl is getting bonus damage against a knight.
Yeah.
So it's not good.
But look at the Vil count already. So keep in mind that running will have the TCs up faster.
Yeah.
And he has 4 more villagers. And he's been able to afford his Castle Age wood and farm upgrade. So his boom's ready to go. Again, sticking to his theme, Dave, of sending villagers to gold. This is consistent. He bought 200 food just so he could squeeze out a couple extra upgrades. And I really like that here.
Telling you, man, the secret to a good boom, buying resources. Yep.
I think we have to be careful recommending that to everybody, though, because some people
Listen,
actually
you want to get good at the game. Market
immediately. Don't listen to him, guys, because then you're
market.
going to be like him, and then you're going to look at your eco, and your eco is a disaster, and then you never work on fixing your eco because the market exists. You don't want to be like Dave, at least in all the ways. In other ways, you definitely do. Tato's third TC is up faster. You should point out.
I don't want to be like Dave, eh?
In some ways.
My eco is like the top of my head. There's nothing there.
That's great. Well, I've been trying to learn the ways of the clown man. You don't really need to have a lot of eco if you know what to make and where to pressure.
Running is going to run right into the scout.
But Bengali monks, they take an extra hit. So if you start the conversion right away, I think you should almost always get a conversion.
And Tato goes just far enough to get outside of the range. Running?
I think this is a conversion, Dave, because the extra hit it takes.
I don't think so. Oh, it is! Dude, he was 2 hits away. Oh, my God.
Wasn't even close.
Yeah. Bengali monks. Hell yeah. Now you can get some scouting in and figure out where that castle is. Maybe. Or process of elimination, I suppose.
Yeah, and now your opponent has no scout, and you can get all the relics.
Yep.
Because you have 2. And actually, I brain farted big time. Literally, right after I saw that scout conversion, I looked up and saw 2 scouts, and I was about to say to you, oh, running must have added a stable. It's like, no. He did not need to add a stable. Right. Well, 5 relics. More Vils. Should be anyways. He's had a little bit extra idle time compared to Tato. But Tato's still got to be thinking the same thing we've been thinking. What do Bengalis actually make against full infantry spam?
I think running should go castle on the hill in front of Tato's base into monks. But I guess it's tough since your opponent is 3 TC booming.
Well, yeah, I could see, like, that's a perfect castle spot, and maybe make some Rathas, drop the castle while you're on the way to Imp, and then just try and push
pressure
fast.
in early Imp. Yeah.
Yep. Tato
You're
is
going to have the relics behind that push, too, so it's going to be really nice eco behind it.
Tato is a really big fan of researching Anarchy in Castle Age and pushing all-in castle. I think in the past when I've seen him do it, though, it was always off a 4 TC boom, because the 4 TC boom kind of destines you to be stuck in castle a bit longer.
Yeah.
But I kind of like that, because if early Imp is what your opponent's going to shoot for, you could kind of deal with that if you get like 3 or 4 barracks spamming Huskarls before that castle comes up. Obviously a long way away from that possibility, but we'll see.
This guy's just holding a bow on the carriage. Who's driving? Who's like leading the horses?
I don't know which one you're looking at.
He doesn't have any hands on the reins.
Oh, true. Yeah. How is he balanced up there, dude? Like, that's my thing. If this thing moves, if it has to micro, how does he not fall off?
I don't know.
Also, the horses are peeking. They're the ultimate scouts. They're peeking through the holes at the top of the wall there. Is that normal for... I guess Goths never have stone wall. Is that normal for the walls to look like that? It feels like it is.
What?
Well, I never really zoomed in and looked at the holes at the top of the walls. Look at Tato's walls.
Okay.
No, I'm serious, though. I guess it's always been there. I just never really looked at it. 3 TCs for Tato. He's making petards? And he's dropping barracks. Oh, yeah, he's going to go Anarchy, for sure. He's going to try and bust into his opponent's base with Huskarls, and I'm loving the idea.
And running is going to try for, looks like a forward castle.
Yeah, he's heading over with the monks and that Ratha there, right to that spot. That's definitely what he wants to do.
What an interesting matchup. I never thought we'd see this Civ matchup, like, picked in a tournament.
Right.
Here come the Huskarls, and Running is going to see these Huskarls, hopefully, and that's 2 conversions, right?
It should be 2 conversions, but the other
that armor is so good against Look at that.
True. But I don't know if committing to monks long term is really going to make sense when the Huskarls can spam so quickly and they're so cheap. I love this play from Tato because I think Running has to question his game plan a little bit. He definitely wanted to go forward castle in my view. But now he's going to add a barracks stave, and so that pushes him towards the champions, which we think might not be enough.
And where are the petards? The petards are coming.
Where are they?
Petards are coming.
On the side? In the middle?
Imagine getting trees
there
in
they
here.
are.
That'd be funny. Where's your king?
Yeah, it's sadly not something we see too frequently. Kings
no,
because
it doesn't make sense. You can just move. It notifies your opponent, right? If it didn't notify your opponent, maybe. But it notifies your opponent, so you could just move away.
I want to know if Running's going to spot these petards, because he's being really active in the middle. And there's a chance. Like, he's got the scout, and there's a Vil. It'd be funny if the petards hit the outpost.
He'll see it with the Vil.
Oh, my God, dude.
So lucky. But does he notice?
Yeah, I don't know if I would notice that.
He might not have noticed. And here comes Tato with more villagers. He's going to make an outpost of his own. He has to wonder if Running spotted him. And Running is going for university. I don't know if Running spotted that. I don't know if he noticed it.
Well, I don't know what you do about it either, right?
Yeah.
Like, in theory, you're going to be building up for army. Yeah.
Fortified wall eventually, but like...
Tato's going to arrive to an area where the houses are already behind. I think he would need to use... Yeah, I think Running knows something's up.
Yeah.
But he needs to get houses elsewhere, too.
And it is men-at-arms, so it's going to be longswords here into champions.
Running.
The petards are being converted.
All right. Doesn't really work out there for Tato, but he's adding a siege workshop, and he's got full map control. Full map control, though, with 0 relics feels kind of bad.
He's got 26 Huskarls. I think that feels kind of good. Fortified wall coming in from Running. Love to see that. And he's like you said, he's going to get 8 villagers as soon as he hits Imperial Age.
I think Running will be able to push this back in Imp. Now, will he win the game? I'm not so sure. Tato obviously is going to have to make it to Imp eventually as well. Would have really liked to have seen the 4th TC for Tato.
Siege tower would have been good.
Well, but there's also a lot of instances where he could hop over and then be walled in there.
True.
But Tato's certainly making Running work for it. Running, I think, has dealt with this quite well. And the unit you'd normally want to be making against the Goths would be Champion. Now, he doesn't have supplies, so he's paying full price, I guess you could say. Oh, God, that Ratha. But still the unit, and to get to Two-Handed Swordsman and then those Champion upgrades takes time for Tato, too. So Tato's not in.
I think you need 4 petards to get through a fortified wall, or is it 3?
3. I think it's 4 for the gate, because the gate is
4 for the gate. That's right. Yeah.
Tato might be stuck in Castle Age here. He might have to just continue this spam for a while. And Running still wants to go forward.
That's a
and here he
lot
comes.
of monks, dude. And it takes a long time to kill those because of the armor. That is a ton of monks for Running.
Also will be Two-Handed Swordsman, which stats are going to put it way above a Huskarl. And the Ratha there is going to pick off the Vil in the south. Good job there from Running. He's being very attentive, and he still knows that he needs to finish this one quickly, even though he's got the edge right now. I love how he's playing right now. He's going to see the other 2 petards as well. Good vision from Running. I love how he's sending everything at the same time. Yep.
Like, he's not taking any chances with this Castle Foundation, and it still might not go up because there's so many Huskarls here from Tato as Tato collapses on this army from the east and from the west and from the south. Running's going to fight it. He's going to be healing his Two-Handed Swordsman, but there's so many Huskarls there, Tristan.
He had the right
Tato
idea.
Wins this.
Yeah, I mean, he had the right idea. He just didn't have the numbers here, Dave, and Tato can now breathe a sigh of relief, because if that castle would have gone up,
God.
It could have been the end. But the Goth power, man, and the Huskarl power, too. Pushing back the Two-Handed Swordsman. Tato's known for this. He's done this so many times in Regicide Fortress. I just wish I could think of examples. Remember, a lot of it was against the Mayans, but so far, so good.
Look at the vision from him, too. He's fully capitalized on the map control. If you go to his point of view, he is not letting running sneak out on any angle here.
I'm still concerned for him, Dave, because running's got more villagers, even after losing some, and running's on champion. The champion's got 13 base attack.
Oh, you need to run away from that, Tato. You can't take that fight. Oh, boy.
Now, Tato will likely switch into his own champions after he's on the way to the Imperial
He can take
Age.
this one, I think.
Yeah,
Just outnumber him. But there's more champions coming.
And more petards coming. There's going to be 4. And Tato's desperate to break in here. And
he wins
desperate
that
to keep running off that gold, Sick.
He wins that fight, and running wasn't producing behind. He had 17 or 18 champions with 0 in the queue, and now he's being punished for that. And there's 2 more petards coming, so Tato is going to break in. And it must be mentioned that running's king is on that side of his base in the tower. It is not in the castle right now. So maybe for the first time in our lives, we see a 1v1 where they actually kill the king in Regicide Fortress.
There's been... I mean, we have seen kings get killed in the past, but the only time someone has, like, actually gone in to snipe a king and not just, like, happen to stumble upon it.
Hera tried it, didn't he?
The only time I saw it was in when Viper lost to a player named Magical or whatever in, like, 2015 WSVG qualifiers. It was Goths versus Mayans. This guy petarded into Viper's base and then killed Viper's king with a Huskarl out of a tower. It was sick.
Just Viper things.
But there's
Dude,
been...
he didn't even... Running didn't even cancel that castle foundation. He knew he wanted to go for that the entire time.
He
and
really
Tato is
needs
now
it.
putting a house. Yeah.
I think Running can get the castle up now. I don't know if it will stay up, and he'll have to reposition it, but...
Yeah, right on the other side of that, I guess. Oh, there's a petard waiting from Tato.
Oh, delete it. Delete it. He deleted it.
Oh, he did. Oh, my God.
Oh.
Tato was like, I'm ready, bro.
Okay, Longswordman's in for Tato. This is round 2 on this castle. The Petard's actually distracted 6 or so champions, so maybe this gets denied again.
The petard's still alive, too.
Yeah.
Somehow.
That was a good distraction. Tato's army count is insane, and his units get even cheaper in Imp. Castle will go up. There's 39 champions on the field right now for Running, though. Tato only has 22 longswords.
122 vills to 126, but it feels like the longer this goes, the more it should favor Tato. The only problem with that, actually, is that there's 2 forward golds there.
Yeah.
The Tato kind of needs, right?
Also, look at the Huskarls on the right from Tato. Tato's going to try and pick off some reinforcements, which I like, but... Yeah, and those golds...
He should wait for more reinforcements to come through that gate and sneak in.
Dave, there's 54 champions. Tato needs to get
crazy.
perfusion fast so he can produce. And there's perfusion now. He needs champion fast, and he needs to make sure it's in one of the barracks in the back, and he needs to hope he can find gold. He did actually, I don't know if you just mentioned this, but he found extra gold in the north.
Yep.
So that's nice.
He's going for another castle, but so is Running.
Oh, and Running's all over him.
Oh, perfusion's in. Burp!
All right.
Here come the champions if he queues up more.
Ballistics is such an important upgrade here for Running with these castles like this. Remember that both of these civs lack the final armor upgrade on their champions.
60 champions.
He's got 60, but can he finish this castle?
The
He
reinforcements for Tato are going to be coming in so quickly. And look at the army numbers here. Runnings are falling. Tatos are staying the same.
But the castle will go up. Ballistics is in, so all 3 castles are going to really help. You need to also get fletching right now if you're Running. And
Big time.
Yeah, fletching, bodkin, I'd go all the way to Bracer, too, because Tato needs to take those castles out. Otherwise, he's going to trickle his units into the castle fire. Now, something that Tato can do that Running can't really do right now, he's got, like, barracks, kind of like some civs will have stables for raiding with Light Cav. He's got those barracks near where Running's gold will be on the front there, so that's really good.
Both players going for that gold at the south at the exact same time, by the way. So
Oh,
they're going to
man,
meet up there. Tato has a siege workshop over there, still with a mangonel queued up from before. Looks like that forward castle from Running is going to go down, and Tato sending villagers to the south. There's a champion there from Running already, though.
Still so many champions. Like, who needs supplies, I guess, when you have this economy? 50 champions. And you have Running, camping that gold's perfect, so that gets spotted. Amazing late game play from him.
Only 9 on gold right now for Tato.
30 for running.
Yeah. He's got 3 trebs, though.
I'm just wondering if running's actually going to make trebs of his own, because he doesn't seem to really be going for the kill at the moment. I think maybe he'll do that after he feels like Tato is properly starved of gold, but he's going to go Elite Ratha.
Okay, that's good against champion. If your champions are preventing the Huskarls from coming out, the Ratha should be good as long as you can get all the upgrades.
Yeah.
Like the ranged version anyway, the melee version, but...
I think a big reason it's not so good is if you lose your castles. Yeah. So that's my concern. It's like, I understand the question mark of what else do I make, but you really need your castles. The champions are going to dive underneath Tato's castle, which does not have fletching, and Tato will lose all 3 of these trebuchets, but he does take out the castle.
Not before he takes that out, and he's got a lot of champions of his own.
Oh, man. Interesting fight here. It feels like Tato needs to push this back now, though. Like, if he doesn't push this, I don't know what else is going good for him in this game.
He's going to win this fight, but now he has no trebs to fight that back.
Yeah. And he's got very little gold at the moment. Still not really raiding at all. Running's got full map control on all the golds, including the extra gold.
And 5 relics.
And, yeah, the 5 relics. Looks like Running, who has surprised some people. I don't think he's surprised us too much. We've known how beastly this guy's been, especially on this type of a map pool. He's going to win 2 straight, possibly. I mean, he's at... The populations are the same, and we do have gods for Tato, so we have to be a little careful with those statements, I guess.
Win 2 straight. You've already forgotten the bypass game. That's right. I don't blame you. It was forgettable.
Yeah. Just holding to that hill. He's got 2 Wraths, dude. I think what I would have preferred, especially against the Goths, is I would have preferred the unique tech, which I think it's Pikes. Or no, it's not Pikes. It's the other one.
Hakes.
Hakes.
Whatever. Is the attack.
Yeah, but the other one is...
Mahama?
Villagers...
Mahama? Yeah.
Your Hama. Yeah, that one. I think that's the one where the villagers take up less pop space.
Mama Jama?
All of them. All of the above.
Okay.
I think that would have been best because Goths can go up to 210 pop. And that would maybe equal the champion numbers. Tato does have trebs, and Tato might take this castle out, Dave. Tato's not finished yet. He's responding to some of the raids in the top then, too.
Mahayana is the tech name.
Well, that is, but I got it right. I think it gives, it's like 10% less pop space for your bills. Yep. So that would give you 13 more pop, which would give you the potential for more pop than the Goths.
I think it makes them good in DM, if I'm not wrong. I didn't watch much of the DM World Cup. Actually, none of it, but...
They have Treadmill Crane and Heavy Scorpion and Elephants. They're good.
Yep.
Like, that's pretty much where Deathmatch is at, I think. Tato has 0 on gold, 0 relics. He needs to push this castle back, and thankfully for him, I think he will actually be able to do so. I don't see Running being able to contest this position.
But as long as he denies the golds, he's fine.
Yeah,
he doesn't need to hold here. He just needs to keep Tato off those golds.
The unique tech I mentioned, by the way, is actually quite expensive. I think it's like 700, 800 or something.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Pretty pricey.
And the Elite Ratha, I mean, he's got 13 of them now, and more or less upgraded. I don't know if they don't have Parthian tactics, but he's getting that second armor upgrade, and right now they're just sitting behind the champion, so they have all the damage output they could want, and they're going to clear up that army, and he can just send them forward and sit out of range of that castle, I believe, and snipe the villagers on the gold. That should be really nice for Running.
Is there a world where Tato sees the writings on the wall here and actually goes for a king snipe? I mean,
how is he going to get in, though? Because he's tried to get in multiple times, and Running has been on top of that.
Siege tower?
And he doesn't know where the king is either.
Yeah.
Like, if he knew it was in the tower, maybe, but, I mean, Running should be probably keeping that in the castle at this point, right?
Yeah. Okay, well, we've got... You said it's Pakes?
Pakes? I don't know how to say it.
Either one. Well, anyways, that's on the way now. So now the Rathas will fire 20% faster, if I'm not mistaken.
Here come the Huskarls. To counter, not elite Huskarl, though.
Yeah, and champion buffer is what you need here, right? And you've got a bit of a hill bonus, too. Everything helps.
This is such an easy fight here for Running. He just keeps the champions in front. Tato's going to have to do all the work to try and go after these Rathas. Champions will rip the Huskarls. Rathas will destroy the champions behind. And Running is winning this convincingly.
Yeah.
And still trying to hold Tato off of that main gold. And you can see how much Tato is using market. Prices are at rock bottom. And he's really struggling for that gold income.
Would like to see Running make a couple more barracks towards the middle. I think that's the only way he loses this now, is if the production's just too far away. But I mean, his unit queue is awesome. He's got 30 champs in queue.
He still doesn't have Mahayama.
Yeah, but he might be saving for that now. Like, I don't know what else you spend your resources on if you're fully popped. Yep, there it is.
Mama Jama coming right in here.
That's actually a really nice Mahayana. I like that.
Yeah.
Pikes is... I haven't done my research on that one. I'm sure there might be some historical significance, but not as fun to say. Yeah, I think... let's actually see. So let's look at his army count, because he's fully popped. And let's watch his army count shoot up. It should go to like 70, I believe, as this completes.
Well, we saw the population drop for him. And now his army count is going to go up, like you said. He's got so many champions in the queue. And he's still raiding in the north there. Tato's struggling to deal with that, with the barracks of his own. And here come the Ratha. And the Ratha are going to be an issue if they sit in that farming eco. And Tato needs food, as well as not just gold, right? He needs like 60 farmers to keep up the spam. And he actually deletes the walls at the front. Doesn't want it to be a clusterfuck. He's going to come out here with his army and just try and win a big fight on that hill. But very unlikely.
Running's done the right thing, too. He's only raiding with 5 or 6 units, because he knows how much of his pop needs to be focused in the mid. And so methodical about it. Also, when he raided with the Rathas there, he raided on melee, so he switched it over to that mode, which this unit can do. He's not making any mistakes.
Running even trying to wall in the left side of Tato's base.
Yep.
There's houses there. But he's just trying to keep him penned in here. He doesn't want Tato to escape anywhere. And Tato, oh, he's taking a fight at the center here. He needs to take... He might clear up the champions, but the Rathas will have champion reinforcements coming in front, and he just can't. He's got no longevity here, Tato.
And I think this is his last fight. He doesn't have a big unit queue. He doesn't have too many villagers on the gold. Obviously, they're very exposed here as well. And Running's also going to go for the kill.
Price. Food is still at a good price for Tato. 70 gold.
Yeah, but like that gives you another 10. Be 15 units, and your opponent has 40 more in queue, and now the Trebs are coming.
And here come more vills for another castle. Tato calls GG, and Running, wow, dude. Running's crazy in these settings on these maps. Bengalis against Goths, the Civ matchup we haven't seen. We thought Huskarls would be really good here, but with that eco, like you said, Bengalis get far enough ahead. They can kind of carry it.
And like, what Tato... The thing is, Running's original game plan was ruined, I think, by how Tato played it. And then Tato made 6, 8 petards throughout Castle Age trying to bust in. Running defended every step of the way. His eco was always great. And then obviously benefited from the relics too. Picking Bengalis helped him, but he was also on it when Tato tried to use that scout earlier in the game to kill the monk. And you go through this whole game, and Running really didn't make any mistakes. And Tato didn't either, which is the amazing thing. I think Tato picked Goths.
I think maybe overinvested in Castle Age a little bit, especially with the petards and stuff. Like, he went for that Siege Workshop. If he was up a little bit earlier, I think he could have like avoided making like 10 or 15 Huskarls, and then he's up with that res. And,
I feel a little bad for Tato that both those golds were there, because if he did have one of those golds towards the back,
it would have been a different game.
More
completely.
of a fight.
But he still let maybe losing the scout early against the monk.
Yeah,
Bengali monk armor really coming into play, because then he can't grab any of those relics, and it's not like he can send Huskarls out there to contest the relics. They'll simply get converted, and then your opponent has a Huskarl, right? So maybe that was the biggest mistake he made.
Yeah, it's complicated. I mean, you also never want to go for the monastery as Goths here, because you know Bengalis are going to have such a big eco lead, and you don't want them to be able to extend that further. But yeah, again, you know, everything that we touch on, it really just all goes back to Running. And while we were curious on if no supplies champions, no final armor champions would work, I mean, it looked awesome. It's just a sick player, and he's 1 win away from going into the final. I remember Tato is a player who beat the Viper Some people have been asking where Viper is, and he was knocked out by his teammate there. So, all right, we're here. This is game number 6, and Running is up 3-2 over Tato here. Something not everyone expected. And wow, the wood.
What a strange hideout generation. They can
Yeah.
just chop right through, honestly.
Yeah. Well, hopefully
What?
they don't get their wood upgrades or something. Wow.
You know what? The thing is that I don't know with Running's wood setup if he's going to know where Tato's base is, but Tato playing as Byzantines will get Town Watch for free, and I think where his lumber camps are going to be, he'll be able to see how short a distance is.
That's a fair point. Yeah, I think he will see it. Now, thankfully, I guess if you want a standard hideout game, thankfully the lumber camps aren't close to each other.
Yeah.
But we've got Byzantines for Tato, which could imply some low eco pressure, as they're very good at that. And then we have Hindustanis for Running. And I know Byzantines are known to be very good at countering things, but I think like if Tato doesn't have a full boom, it doesn't get tons of elite cataphracts. I think I always prefer the Hindustanis with what they're capable of, just because they have so many fallbacks. If one thing doesn't work, they have another. If that doesn't work, they have another. If they need to boom, their villagers are cheap. So
yeah,
it's a strong
and
set.
Also Byzantines will probably, if you have like a castle forward and you're making hand cannons and stuff, I think Byzantines struggle against that with the extra range. Everyone struggles against that with the +2 range on those hand cannons.
Yeah, but you know, the beauty of Byzantines is they do have their time windows.
Yes.
And they can be very attentive to everything that's happening. But yeah, hideout generation that I haven't really seen before, where the wood lions are very, very tiny in between them.
It's a thin wood.
Also, the golds are interesting. So you have the 5 tiles and then 4 tiles for each player. It's normally 5 tiles in, 4 tiles out. But then there's 4 neutrals. And those 2 neutrals are in the north for Running. And then Tato's neutrals, I guess you could say they're Tato's, are in the back corner. So if Tato pushes the northern side, which is probably the most likely area that he would push, he could deny a lot of gold in the long run.
Yep. Relic generation, also kind of in Tato's favor as well. He's got one right outside his walls, and then another one not too far north of him. And then the other 3 are fairly even between them.
I wonder if Tato will just go like Man-at-Arm Tower. It's something a lot of players do.
Running will be making a lumber camp in that corner. They're going to see each other, man. There's going to be a tower here in the middle, likely.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to be chopping towards each other. Dude, by the time they hit Feudal Age, they're going to be a couple trees in.
I wonder if that changes your strat. It would be interesting if someone wanted to boom, because they're not going to want to drop a tower. Like, that would be so annoying if you have to make a counter tower when you want to add town centers.
Yeah. Well, let's see what they can spot. I mean, Running's already going to know that Tato is basically right beside him from what he scouted.
Yeah, that lumber camp is nice and snug.
He's like, where's the base? Where's the base? Still hasn't seen the base, and he gets the first hit on the scout.
All right, guess we'll see.
He's like, where's the base?
Definitely fast castle, though.
Where's your base? Where is the base? God
damn
it, where is the base?
Community games later, guys. No community games till this is finished.
Nowhere near.
Yeah, that's something that players would check a bit earlier if they were probably going to feudal age pressure. Yeah. So I think that alone, obviously we see their builds indicates fast castle. But man, Running's got some really weird, I don't want to say weird, but he's got some really fast up times. Because this is
I think he is more used to this 9 villager start. He's probably practiced it a lot, right?
Yeah, I agree. Tato's going off. Actually, all of Tato's builds have been based on what you would do in a 3 villager start.
Mm-hmm.
Even this here, 26 pop is completely standard. The previous game, it was 22 pop on Regicide Fortress.
So Running can see the chopped trees from Tato. Tato cannot see the chopped trees from Running yet. Wonder if that's factoring into his decision making. And Tato is still 2 minutes away from having Town Watch.
Yeah, and I mean, if you build the tower and immediately garrison with 5 vills, you're going to kill vills that don't have loom.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to try it, though? Because you could assume that if you see their trees, they see your trees.
I think it's really tough with a build this tight. Although, I've said this before, but I don't know if Running's going to have enough food. Oh, he still had food from that boar. Okay.
Yeah.
He's going to have enough. I think if you add a tower here, you completely ruin your FC build. Sure.
Yeah, maybe you just drop the TC, honestly. You drop the TC. No. You don't want to drop the TC there because then they're just going to add a mangonel.
Yeah.
And then it's a free target. But
Yeah. Maybe if you were Persians.
yeah, just town center drop that bad boy.
The epic feudal age chop to douche strategy.
Okay, well, Tato's going to notice it now. It's also very possible Running hasn't noticed it because he's not really... Like, you're not microing your wood line a lot at this point. You're focusing on your scout and everything else, so it might not dawn on him till a bit later on.
I think he would have noticed this already.
Maybe right now he notices because he just repositioned some vills on that wood line.
There we go. Tato's going to see that. But still, they're both going FC here. Tato going into scouts, so he's going to play the relic game. And he's got a lot of food in the bank, even after getting double bid axe. So his build was probably a villager or two off. Running had a much better FC than Tato did.
Yep. Also, I have to do the math, but you do save a bit of food with the Hindustanis.
Mm-hmm. But
because
still,
the
I mean,
villagers are
you just look
cheaper,
at Tato's res. He's clicking up with 1,000 food in the bank.
Yeah, you're right on
Like,
that.
that's too much. Too much. It's 2 villagers too much, probably.
Tato's going to reposition his wood line, which makes sense. Still very curious to see if anyone's going to do anything about this, because they are slowly chopping towards each other.
Mm-hmm.
Monks could convert stuff there too, honestly. That's even better than a tower, probably, because they have to reposition the whole wood line, and you could steal a vill.
I think you could squeeze a castle in there between the stone and the wood line if you're Tato. I don't know if you... Can you fit one right in there? I think so.
The scouts are out, Running, notably not adding a stable or a barracks, so this will likely be TCs dropped from him. So Tato will have the map control in theory. And you would always assume that the Byzantines are going to apply a little bit more pressure as well. But man, there's such a big difference in their uptimes.
And second TC Monastery for Running expected. And both eco upgrades right away. Bowsaw and Heavy Plow.
That's really nice
What a
timing,
build,
too.
dude. What a build.
Now, do you send your first monk to get a relic, or do you send your first monk to the woodline? These are the real questions.
Relic. He just runs away from the wood line.
He doesn't see any easy relics, though. He only sees the 2 relics in the north. He doesn't see any of the ones in the south. But yeah, I think
Tato,
relic
I guess,
is what
is
you
up
want.
there with scouts. Depends how many scouts you see from Tato. Running hasn't seen any. He didn't see the stable or anything like that. So he can see from Tato's score that something is happening there, but
Yeah, I think because Running has been fairly active with his own scout, I think you have to assume that that score jump would
he's
be
going to the
due
wood line.
There being more scouts.
He's going to the wood line first. Now get the monk really close before you start to convert.
Tato will also see this from a mile away, but it's not something you really look for. Yep, there he goes. And he starts the conversion.
Ooh, he might get it.
Hey!
He gets it! And this guy is going to be awfully annoying here. Oh, boy.
Well, he might be converted back. I have a feeling that he likes it.
True.
He didn't enjoy being held captive by Tato, so I think he might off himself here in a bit.
Yeah, maybe.
Ooh, important moment, because the scout is really helpful for Running if you can heal it up and snipe monks with it. And he's able to pull back.
What Running needs to do with this villager is go to the woodline, wall it in, so that if it gets converted, you can convert it back, or just delete it. That's fine too.
Well, I respect that guy. He really didn't like the Byzantines.
Looks like Running actually got a conversion on the scouts, and he's healing up his, so now he has 2.
Yeah, nice.
And he's gonna do the buddy system.
That's huge.
With the monks when they head out, so that's very, very nice from him. Sanctity coming in, so he's not taking any risks whatsoever, Tristan.
I love it. Yeah, I think that Running has played this quite perfectly so far. It's just like the previous game where he ends up with 2 scouts, only here Tato. He has made more, but now Tato has to fall back. And let's see if Running will run back, unlike what Tato did a moment ago. And yeah, Running immediately responds and gets out of here. So 3 TC booming, even though they're slowly chopping towards each other. Oh, well, that might change, actually. Tato is a little angry that happened. So here he comes with his own monk. Dude, this is funny. There's still 2 tiles of trees there.
He's gonna get a conversion here. He could just switch to the
Oh.
woman. Oh, running doesn't take any chances.
That's a little risky because if Tato noticed that and immediately switched conversion, he could have got a conversion as well.
Yeah.
Running did lose his scout, by the way, as we were talking about that in the snow to the north of Tato's base. But he is going to get one of the relics in the north now. And, man, this is going to be awkward, man. They've, like, the most important area for them to fight in.
Scouts coming in, but they have Sanctity. It's 2 monks with Sanctity. Tato can't take that.
No. There's no way.
No way.
But, yeah, like, so the middle area where the scouts are, at the I guess not the middle, the north, that's the most important area for this game long-term with actual fighting. But then you have to focus all the way to the south for the relics, which is so far. I would just, honestly, I'd just give up on the relics. I'd say screw that.
I'd want one more if I'm running. Just one more.
Yeah.
And then you're fine.
Tato does not have any stone mining right now, despite placing a TC on stone, so that's intentional from him then.
Yep.
He's going to get light cav. Running is on stone, so I think running will want a castle, and he's also adding a barracks right now, too. This has been pretty solid. University for Tato, though. It's cheap with Byzantines to head to Imp, so he might be thinking about a faster Imp. Behind that, maybe some chemistry. Feels weird, but maybe you just beat the Indians to the gunpowder and go, like, help and cannon.
Tato has significantly more resources collected so far, and I'm wondering why that is. Because running has been ahead on Vills, and same relic count.
Well, gold and stone come in a little bit slower than food, right?
Yeah, I guess he's been
So
on gold.
it's
Yeah,
just
I
the-
guess
it's
so.
just the
I get,
balance.
okay, he's on stone. That makes sense.
But yeah, that should even out in theory. And now Tato is going to send a villager to wall up. Now, that villager might end up getting picked up by running scout, but Tato clearly doesn't want to focus on that side at all this game.
Okay, so running's going to get at least one more relic, and he's probably going to get the one in the corner, too. So he'll have 3, and Tato will have 2. And he didn't even invest in light cap, but he did invest into more monks and the monk upgrades.
I wonder if it's possible that Tato is prioritizing the north just because he didn't see that other relic. He might just assumed it's been picked up already. I mean, I think it's a good decision anyways.
No,
because
he's sending the monks, so
he's checking.
just double checking, yeah.
What's funny
he might
is
sneak through the little tile there.
running
He
also
might
doesn't
sneak
know it's
through,
there,
bro.
Dave. Running also does not know that is there. Ooh! Whoa! He noticed it immediately.
He doubled back, bro.
All right, well, now Running's going to send those monks over because he was heading home with those old guys. And yeah, as Running's about to
Tato's
click
sending a
up.
light cab. Tato is sending a light cab over.
That's
A
awesome.
nice little battle for that. Tato also going for a forward archer range at the top there.
Yeah, he's going to go gunpowder here with a 1 minute advantage, excuse me, to imp and most likely chemistry with that as well. Tato didn't see the relic though, Dave. So he might not actually, he might still be checking, but he doesn't know he needs to send his light cav to the southern area.
True. Okay, so running's definitely going to get that. It's not coming back unless this light cav doubles back and finds it. But still, it's on running's side. Tato has walled up now. He's fully walled there. He's gave those little foundations a love tap.
Ooh, in the north right now. This is important.
Oh, wow. That is a lot from running.
Yeah, and he's got just enough spearmen where the light cav won't do anything, and he's going to see the ranges, and he's going to have to think twice about this castle. It could actually be epic, because it would affect the ranges production later.
I wonder if you actually, like, get redemption here if you're running, because you might need it against the bombard cannons, and then you just convert the ranges.
It'd be so, honestly, converting those ranges would be epic here.
Yeah, you'd stall out so much pressure. I mean,
Yeah.
Tato can't even really produce out of those, but here come the light cap, by the way, on the monks, but the spearmen are there. He should
Yeah,
be
and
fine.
that crossbow upgrade is making me scared for Tato. There's absolutely no way you want to be making crossbows against the Civ, but you definitely don't want to make it when he has a castle right next to your ranges and can make gulams. Oh, the light
Damn,
cav
he's
from
going for
Tato.
more.
Dave, the left side, the light cav was on no attack stance. It was on stand ground. Oh, the monk sees it. The monk sees it.
Don't worry, they're friends. They're friends.
They're just catching up.
They're just, yeah. You know? Oh, never mind.
All right, Tato's going to kill that. Now, he could get it, maybe, but he's going to have to walk a long way. Both players are trying to lay walls in the south. And Tato is getting chemistry, and again, he's a minute faster. But the fact that these ranges have been castled now just makes this so awkward.
Yeah.
I feel like running's got to get that relic, right? Like, it's worth it to send military over there right now. It's so close.
Can Tato think about cutting through the middle?
Maybe. I mean, both players should see it.
Yeah.
If it starts to happen, but if you open up that area and you start to push there, then you could potentially have more success in the north.
I like the way that Tato is walling off the south or the left side.
Yeah.
But running is also coming over here with some villagers to wall that off.
Yeah, it's kind
Tato,
of funny.
though, has 2 light cav, and he's got an outpost over there, a Byzantine outpost. I mean, he'll be able to... That's like a satellite over there. He'll be able to see everything.
Yeah, it's just kind of funny. Neither player really wants to invest a lot over there right now. But Tato's had to rebuild ranges, and he is making hand cannons, and he is making bomber cannons. However, running, this kind of reminds me of, well, a lot of the other games he's played. He's going to get block printing, and I'm sure he could always consider redemption. This civ could do anything. It could counter anything. Like, it should probably have weak monks with all the land options it has, but it does not.
They have block printing as well, right?
Yeah,
Block printing
he
redemption.
just got that, and he didn't
Yeah.
get redemption yet, but the second he sees a bomber cannon, I think he probably will.
Disgusting. They don't need that. At least they don't have Halb anymore.
That's good. Like, I think that was a good tweak.
Oh, Relic almost home. Relics is almost home.
Oh, he's Mike. Oh, sad times.
He tried to micro against that too.
I mean, Tato does have a range going up on the left side, so we could apply some pressure there.
Yep.
But the focus is going to be more towards the north right now, as running is starting to push forward. He has
Skirmisher
25
upgrade
on
coming
food.
through,
He's
too.
making hand cannons, and he's got more food floating than Tato at the moment. But Tato's trying to go with skirms and all these other things, so that makes sense.
Did running already get the unique tech? He did. So 9 range hand cannons. Elite Golem coming in too. So he's got the hand cannons to deal with the hand cannons from Tato. And then the Golem to deal with the skirmishers and to raid as well. So it should be a really, really nice composition here for running. Tato is going to be doing the same things as running, but just worse. It feels like. Unless running throws all his hand cannons into the castle, and then probably better for Tato.
Yeah, that's the thing that's been amazing with running today is he didn't have a lot of those moments. Like, those moments happen as you're trying to worry about other things. And that moment might have happened because of the left side pressure from Tato. So kudos to him for that. Tato still must be thinking about the middle. He's repositioning his units right now. Thankfully, he's Byzantine. So I think running's going to need a lot of siege to be able to push back these fortifications here. Could allow Tato the time to make something happen and take us to a game 7.
Dude, those hand cannons on the left are so annoying for
I
Tato.
know. It's such a
for
great
running,
move.
sorry.
Like, running has to
Yeah.
drop a castle just so he doesn't have to deal with that. That's so good for Tato.
He knows the villager is there too. She's still kind of waiting by the wall. She's in timeout right now. She's just looking at the wall.
I think Tato is going to consider Onager, but I'm not sure if it's going to be in time. Like, he's bringing his bomber cannons towards the middle. Running's moving in now, and Running's like, where is your stuff? Like, I was expecting a push from you.
He doesn't know. That's the thing. Like, he doesn't know what Tato is up to.
Yeah.
And Tato is going to have 6 bombard cannons. I mean, Tato is attacking the wood line now in the middle, and if he makes one treb, he can actually cut through there. if
Ooh,
he wants to
Tato
have
sniped a
push.
bombard cannon there with his hand cannons. Very well
Oh,
played.
nice. Nice. If only he had 9 range as well.
Yeah. Remember when it used to be 8?
Did it used to be 8?
Yeah, when they made it 9.
Oh.
Oh my God, Siege Engineers is going to be denied. That's something.
Onager, he's going through the middle. He's going through the middle.
But he's kind of showing that he's going to go through the middle, which has allowed running to move forward uncontested so far.
Is he showing that, though? He's only got the bomber cannons there, and the bomber cannons wouldn't be doing more than what the hand cannons are doing right now.
Well, they defend against the bomber cannon, I guess, and the treb.
Yeah, but it's just taking out houses at the moment. Tato was really wise in putting that first castle that far back.
Yeah, I agree.
As he did.
I agree.
And here come the Ghoulems. But hand cannons kind of slay against those things if the Ghoulems don't get close.
Yeah, I think Tato's doing the right
careful.
things here. He's trying his best. I mean, this is the best engagement he can take. Let's put it that way.
Those Ghoulems are shredded, dude. Dead.
Yeah. Bit of an interesting move, like.
And so is the bomber cannon. Oh my God, Tato!
This is just before the cut, man. This is just before the cut. There's also no villager there to repair the bomber cannon, but Tato's lost a lot of his skirms to hand cannons. It's 170 pop. Can Tato even cut in with anything right now? He kind of needs to defend this area.
Well, I mean, it's only one treb and one bomber cannon. I feel like that bomber cannon's going to go down shortly if it gets too far forward. That range on the hand cannons from the Hindustanis is really coming into play here.
If Tato had 6 bomber cannons here, he would have cleaned up those hand cannons. So let's hope that cut actually works for him.
He's got one. He's got one.
It's
dealing with the treb right now.
Oh, it feels like Tato is able to micro so much better than running at the moment.
Dude,
he's taking some
it's been
amazing
insane. His unit control. Absolutely insane. And the Onager is there. The Onager is ready to go.
Now, do you wait? Because, like, there are Ghoulems out. You don't want to go in with only bombard cannons.
It feels like you need some cataphracts or something, too. But it's going to be tough, right? Because you need to tech into the upgrades as well. No siege attacking Tacto's castle right now.
Not
He's
yet.
got the siege waiting behind this. Oh, what does he do with this cut? He's cutting in. He's cutting in.
I mean, I love the fact we're seeing a cut here, and I'm surprised it took us this long. But it feels like there's a risk.
Yeah.
Like, if you only send
No, he's got units coming over. Skirms and hand cannons. He could have villagers. I mean, even
just take the TCs,
building
honestly.
a TC or something here would be useful. Some sort of fortification behind this. Maybe buy yourself a castle if you're Tato to put there.
You know what's funny is the gather point for running is in an area where some of his units have actually started to run towards the army and towards the middle. I don't think that was intentional. I think once that got cut open, a couple units flooded through that gap. But yeah, this is more than worth it. This is awesome.
Golems are all coming back. Trebs are now attacking that castle. Tato has nothing to fight those Trebs. He's got to be focused on multiple areas here. He's pushing into running space, and that is like running's entire food eco right there. That is crazy what he just took out. The villagers will survive, but it's a lot of farms dying.
Running needs to, as he patrols those Ghoulems to the mid here, he needs to push this castle down. He needs to focus.
Bombard cannons. Oh, man, this is so
great
tense.
micro from running. That's awesome runner micro with the Ghoulems. And he's still got the Trebs. Tato's going to lose everything. He needs everything in a ball, Dave, and the Ghoulems clean that up. Now, the food eco is still disastrous for running, but if Tato loses his castle...
bomber cannons at the top go down, too. That is 8 bomber cannons in, like, 30 seconds lost from Tato.
And the hand cannons outrange skirms. So, like, skirms are not a great option. Your hand cannons get outranged. And we're going to see another castle from running. He knows he doesn't have a lot of time to get his food eco back up and running, so he needs to keep it going. But do you really want this right now?
Bro, there's a bomber cannon already attacking that castle from Tato. Tato's now going into husbandry. He's going into the second armor upgrade. He's taking out all the farms from running. Running right now has 5 on food.
And the relics, by the way. So there's no golden come there. But there's a lot of castles and there's a lot of trebs. And Tato needs to push this back. Tato is actually the one running now. And he could lose all of his economy to the Ghoulems that have just run through and to all this siege pressure.
I can't even imagine playing this game. With like the fight on both sides at that moment, it was so crucial. And Tato lost a lot, but running, like you said, lost all of his food eco, lost the relics out of his monastery. He needs to get those back inside. And Tato seems to be holding right now.
Yeah, Tato's #1 unit right now is bomber cannon. If he can get his bomber cannons up, then he's going to be in a fine position. He's got 3 now. And
the hand cannons! Oh, flattened!
outrange that. The farm count has just shot up for running. He's trying to fix that, which is probably why his hand cannon started to go down. But now his castle's getting pushed back. And he did try and get behind Tato's base, but yet again, Tato had a really good castle.
Running is buying stone with gold he doesn't have. Oh boy. He's trying to repair that. Tato, just better eco.
Yep.
195 pop. He's pop capped at the moment. He's going for that final armor upgrade, adding in more light cav, and I think this is it for running. I think the raid on the farms was so
enough.
good from Tato, even though he lost 8 bombard cannons for free, essentially. He took out so much.
Yeah, and he's able to make more military at this point. And the relics still are not actually there. It's funny, neither player has relics at the moment. I didn't pick up on that until just now. And Tato has 22 on gold. He's even getting cav armor, so maybe he'll want to go for some stables to raid the other side. And you can see the stables are in the back there for him. But I want to circle back to what we've touched on a few times. Tato's castle positions were just so good. Even this castle to the right now, if that would have been further forward, he might have lost that one as well, and then he would have been exposed to raids.
I mean, he really hates that lumber camp. There were 3 villagers behind it. He was attacking with like 50
Look at
units,
the light cav from Tato between the 2 walls in the middle. No one wants
Border
him.
Patrol. Border Patrol.
No one wants that guy. Another bombard cannon went down for running. He's up to 64 on food. So he got there. He got his food eco back up and running, but...
Oh, wow. That was so fast.
Yeah,
oh, my God.
He's going to have to tap out now because of it. He just didn't have the army.
Yeah. Damn, dude. That was a crazy moment. Absolutely crazy moment.
I felt like the hand cannons did really well for running. The bomber cannons did well, the Trebs. But the Gulams felt a little out of place. At least making 122 of them. That was his most created unit.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, he saw the archer ranges, so he probably thought it was going to be archers, or thought it could be archers. There are skirms out there, so it's definitely something you might want to consider for that reason too. But I would have honestly preferred him to go like hand cannon light cav over Gulam and just save a little bit more gold in this game.
Yeah, maybe.
But it's tricky. That's tougher, too, because like you're going for a castle push, so you have the castles right there. Tato collected a lot more resources this game. 72,000 collected.
He's got 7,000 wood in the bank right now at the end of the game.
Nice.
So, yeah. He was getting guilds. He was thinking, yeah, I need to dump this somewhere.
Yeah, Tato showed that you don't need to have cataphracts to counter the Hindustanis. You just need to get the ball rolling with a faster Imperial Age. Also, it's just so many instances of him being a little rat, as MBL would say. Like, the archer range on the left, it forced a castle, right? Like, that castle should never be up there. Denying the walls for a while as well. Like, I think that also took away Running's focus from the areas he wanted.
It just comes back to that castle placement from Tato. And building the buildings in front of that, Running had to eat his way through all the buildings from Tato to finally get to that castle.
Mm-hmm.
And Tato had the time to cut through the middle and do that. I love the fact he took advantage of that generation too. Really nice.
Yeah, it was a fun little talking point too to see the monks getting conversions there, and then it was always in the back of the players' minds. But Dave, for my benefit and everyone else's who's not familiar, explain again kind of what these shrines do for Game 7.
So the shrines can create priests. I don't think you can get the monk upgrades in the shrine. I could be wrong. But you have to chop through to them. There's 2 layers of trees, as you can see, and the players will set up there. I believe they cost like, it's either 60 or 80 gold. The priests have 5 range instead of 9.
Mm-hmm.
Same HP, I believe, and they can convert and carry relics just like monks.
So it basically gives you an easy tool to get relics, is the way to say it. Nineville start again. And this will likely be Fast Castle, as this is Arena, but it's even like more so Arena because some of the other gens have the weaker Feudal Age stone walls, and this is 1800 HP stone walls. So
yeah. No, usually this will be a race to Castle Age, competing with the other for map control and grabbing those relics underneath the little shrines here.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, as far as everything else is concerned, you've got a main gold. Main gold has 7 tiles. You do not have any other gold in your walls, but you do have 8 tiles of stone, which is a bit different than arena. Arena, normally you have 4 in your base and like 4 outside of your base, or maybe it's 5 in your base and 4 outside. The rest of the gold seems to be in the middle. Lovely. I have to say, this map looks the best of all the maps that I've seen. It looks really cool. I like the attention to detail, little statues towards the middle, and the way the gold's situated tells me that that's probably where players are going to need to focus here.
Yeah, it's a cool map. It's really, really cool. And once again, running with a nice, clean build to open this up. He only took 1 sheep, waited until the deer was in, shifted onto that. He's going to get the boar underneath right as his next deer expires. He's having trouble pushing that 3rd one, but it's going to be a good, nice little Khmer FC likely.
Also, I like how I mean, you said you can produce monks in Dark Age, right? So I like how he...
No, I didn't say that.
Oh, okay, sorry, my bad. Selective hearing again. But he's
you
at least
said
going to
that,
chop
and then
through.
I said, I don't think so.
Well, if that's the case, then I don't know if you necessarily need to micro your builds.
You can.
See, there we go.
We got an old man. Well, there you go. There's the priest.
All right, so Tato's doing it. Yeah, so chopping through to that makes sense then. And you spend 75 gold, I guess?
And you can...
Looks like it.
I don't know.
It looks like it because Tato, you start with 100, so it's 75.
Yeah. So you can grab these relics. Actually, now thinking back to that, I have seen that before because I've seen people grab relics and then build them up in their base because they can't deposit them in the shrine, I don't think. I think you can only put that in the monastery, just like I think you can only get the text in the monastery.
This deer's trolling running, and he had an opportunity because it was heading back to kill it next to his mill. He already tried to de-aggro it by giving it a poke.
No, it needs to be perfect.
Yeah, he wants it underneath the TC.
Oh, he's got an old man coming out here.
Okay, so here's something I've never seen before. I'm sure there were previous instances, but like, first off, I have to see the HP on this priest, but normally when you're talking a single scout against a monk...
30 HP, yeah.
The scout is infused... The deer's going back again! The deer's going back again.
And you can't even shoot it to de-aggro it either.
Yeah, but like, what's nice here for Tato is he doesn't have any deer to push, so his scout's out there. But I'm just not sure with 3 attack how many hits it takes to kill a priest. I'm gonna assume it's like 1 more hit.
I don't know.
But
I don't know.
Oh my God, it's going back
just
again.
Waiting to get out.
The deer is going back
God.
again. This
I
is
keep
the
looking
4th
away
time.
because I assume that it's gonna be fine. What? There must be a tile there that it really doesn't like.
I don't know.
Some kind of like smell or something. Like what happened there? Running is only paying attention to this deer right now.
Yeah.
He is not looking anywhere else.
He hasn't scouted the middle of the map. Like, this is a big deal. Now, it is fixed, I imagine, so he'll know what's out there, but still. Okay, finally.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. Okay, the old man is out from Tato.
The scout is out from Tato.
Just kind of limping it. Look at how old he looks.
Yeah, this is a proper monk. He's got long hair, but he's like kind of like losing his hair at the same time. He's hunched. Kind of waddles a little bit. Uh-oh. There's a scout here. Awkward.
He's going to grab that. He can carry that, though.
Ooh, who got the first hit? Uh-oh. Feudal Age.
Uh-oh. I think it's Tato's going to win this, right? Yeah, Tato can heal up his monks.
Yep.
Tato's going to grab that relic and head back. Dude, he's stronger than he looks.
Oh. Here we go. Now it's Feudal Age, but... Ooh, they both die. Life is fair.
I would have rather had my scout alive there, I think.
I agree.
Tato goes for a blacksmith, a market, and a barracks. Interesting. Well, you can do that with Dravidians, I guess, with the extra wood.
True. And so he should be able to afford a stable as well then.
Yep.
But yeah, I think I like Khmer in this situation because you simply just have to make a stable. You save all your wood for farms or TCs. I hope Running remembers he has 2 sheep there because he's about to run out of one. And they might be blending in the snow with the snow here.
Priest is not going to be very happy without a scout to support him, and Tato is running all the way to the edge to try and get those relics. He hasn't even scouted that much, like with his scout initially.
Yep.
So he only saw the ones in the middle. You know where they are, but he can't see that the relic against the wood line is taken.
Yeah, that
already.
hurts, right? Yeah.
Yep. And running can now narrow down his options where he wants to send the scout. He's got 2 of them now. He can just keep them near the relics he knows are still there. So the one in the middle is gone. The one against the wood line is gone. So he's just going to naturally keep it on the other one.
Yeah, he'll have more scouts too.
To the right of the center. Yep.
Yeah, he'll have more scouts too. So this should be running with not all relics, but I think 4 if it was a total of 5.
Mean, he will never expect the priest coming from that area, though. He's looking for the one coming from the base. So the relic's going to disappear, and Tato, I guess, will have a spearman to support that. As we see another priest, give me back my relic.
It's interesting. The priest kept moving forward. Normally, if you've clicked it to the relic, it would stop. So that tells me running is paying really close attention and wants to convert a spearman here with that that priest. Great priest voice, by the way. That was really well done.
Yep. Come back here, you kids. That's mine. Stole it off my lawn.
Wow, you're getting ahead of the game, dude. Okay, well, that priest should make it back if he wishes to move. He maybe needs to rest a little bit. There he goes. And monastery will have to be built so you can put the relics inside the monastery.
Yep, and Tato's only going to have 1. Disaster. Even after the deer pushing scenario from running earlier on.
Yeah, I agree.
He's doing well.
He got really greedy there. I think pulling back his scout to heal it up so he could contest for a lot longer would have made more sense for him. But he does have scouts on the field now because he's added the stable. And he's trying to block the priest next to the walls from running, and he's going to get that kill. And there's another priest that Tato sees now. So this should be another kill for Tato. So this is, at the very least, he's not going down without a fight with the relics.
Yep.
He could change this. I don't think he'll get the one next to running's walls very easily, but I think he could get the other one.
Is running going to like delete that wall and grab the relic? Or
I was thinking about it, but
he's
then you
waiting
have to
for the
re-stone wall.
Huh.
What do you think about Lightcap for running? Because I kind of feel like he's doing a good enough job, but then again, as I say that...
Why do you need it here? He's going to get Lightcap, I guess. Just hold map control. Are you really... Do you really think that Tato's going to contest to the point where you can't get that other relic? Feels like you still...
I guess I like it if your boom is still okay, and he's a bit late with the second TC.
Ooh, I love the fact he's sitting on the edge there with 1 Lightcap waiting for Tato to escape.
Way.
Is he going to see that, though?
Oh, he caught a glimpse. He caught a glimpse of the dude's hair. I'll probably leave it there and go back to it in a second.
Yeah.
But that will probably be the route that Tato takes to go home, actually. And there's an actual monk for Tato, so Tato might actually notice that now because they have more range.
Okay, so running's bringing all 6 of his light cav over here. There's 2 spearmen, but I think the light cav are enough to grab that. Tato will see that light cav, like you said, and he's getting sanctity now. He's going to grab that relic with the priest and get it as far... This is like, just kind of capture the flag, like get it as far close to your base as possible before you die.
And light cav should be able to take this fight. We've seen it enough times where 2 spearmen don't make that big of a difference. Whoa, whoa, get the priest! There he goes. All right, so here's a very important thing to address. If you had to compare, as we see this fight, and this will be better for Tato, so this is a bad time to bring this up, but who cares? Between the monk and the priest, which one looks older to you?
Oh, the priest, for sure, dude.
The priest
has
has hair.
Tumor in his back.
Yeah, but the priest has hair.
Is no indication of age, okay? I'm an expert on the subject.
I was kind of leaning towards that. I'm glad you brought it up for me. All right. Just saying, like, yeah, I guess you're right.
This priest looks ancient, bro.
Oh man, that he's gonna get hit in the back too.
Dude, he eats dinner at 3:30 in the afternoon. He watches
so
Matlock.
Oh, okay. I don't watch that anymore. Used to be on all the time. My grandma's place, dude.
Yeah.
So is Tato actually gonna get away with this relic? Keep going. Yeah.
He's the guy watching Family Feud and yelling, "Good answer!" to the TV.
He's feeding pigeons on his lunch break.
Buy a vowel!
42 Vils versus 46. 7 Army versus 8. Still 1 Relic up for grabs. So I guess good on Tato and good on running for their investment here, because initially when I saw the light cav from running, I didn't know if it would be necessary, but Tato had really kept him honest there. Which civilization has a more awkward switch leading up towards Imp, the Dravidians or the Khmer? Because I feel like both of these civs have some questions there.
Yeah, Dravidians can go into Arbalist and
Al,
Arbalist?
probably?
Yeah, and then Khmer can go, well...
Oh, what a save here from Tato on this monk.
Yeah, that was great. That was fantastic. And I don't think this light cap's going to get through. He's blocking everywhere. He's blocking every angle. He had the angles figured out.
That was
awesome. He did the math. He had NASA on the line, and he figured it out, and there was no possible way in from running.
But
and
get
he's going to
further.
get that relic a little bit closer to his base.
Oh, wait, he knew this was coming, so he's going to go for conversion and try the same thing.
Oh, my
It's
God.
one hit
dude.
away,
Oh,
though.
no. No.
It's still a small positive because he did get some decent hits in there.
He should have just run back as close as he could to his walls, but
Yeah.
I think he'll still get this in.
But he was on such a high after the other block that he
Yeah.
felt he could do it again.
Yeah.
Okay, forging now for running. I really think map control is going to be important. Even a second stable or a second barracks from either player, or I guess a first for running. I think it would all make sense just because of where the gold's positioned.
Oh,
Really
that's a
bad fight for Tato.
Yep. Okay, so what do you think Khmer goes here against Dravidians?
Did you catch the light cab peeling off to kill the monk?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I think I would go light cav arbalest. Like I try and catch Tato off guard when he's trying to make the pikeman switch with some arbalest. Unfortunately for them, they don't get thumb ring, but I mean, right now the light cav are trading okay versus spears. Now pikeman's coming in, so this is a great time for running to be taking these engagements. Maybe not the best fight here, but it's all before it gets worse for him.
Yep. It's amazing how much they invest over one relic, but I guess the map control does carry through.
Yeah, yep.
Even after the relics are gone, right? If you have a significant amount of light cav, your opponent can't come forward with buildings. They have to build everything at home, and it kind of kills their momentum. And you also get vision over what they're doing. And you force out tech switches like this, like the pikeman.
I wouldn't be surprised if running even mixes in...
Another monk dead. Oh, my God.
Man, he doesn't have any on gold, actually. I was going to say it wouldn't be surprising to me if you were to mix in a few knights, because the knights at least... Run! The knights at least carry a little bit more weight against the pikes. Because he needs something. Again, 0 on gold. He's full boom. Maybe he'll go ballistas. He's going to drop a castle soon, it looks like. That monk dies as well.
God.
Yikes, man.
Jeez. Forward Siege Workshop there from Tato, and he bought himself enough time to get that down, and he's going to be controlling the middle here, and the middle is really important for these golds and the stones. Also, those hills around there are nice to hold.
Is this too many light cav, though? Is this too much commitment? I like the timing from Tato on the pikeman switch, let's just say that, because I think running would have expected him to delay that another couple minutes. Also, siege push as well. A little disappointed we're not going to see the elephant, but...
Running will have a castle shortly. So will Tato. Does running come out here for this castle? It could be a throw. It could be a throw if he does. I mean, if you look at his point of view, he doesn't see that much. Now he's not going to, because he's going to explore and see a mangonel.
And he also knows to back it up.
Yeah. This is going to be an awkward castle for him, though. Is he going to delete the 2 houses and make it in front of the gate? Like, he's already got farms set up on the other side of his TC. It's going to be a really weird placement.
Also, just a really weird opening. So he's imping on 1 TC, and then 2 TCs are creating vills. But, like, Tato is going to full stonewall behind this. He's on 4 TCs, and if Tato can continue this push and get some damage in, by the time running's an imp, again, we still don't really know what he's going to go for.
Running is thinking about maybe clearing this and then going for a castle in the middle.
Yeah, I could see that. He's getting upgrades.
He still has the stone, and it's just kind of sitting, doing nothing right now in his bank account.
It's just like, I think the reason he's adding knights is because it just carries more weight against pikes. But is that actually what you want to be doing?
I don't know.
He is being patient, though, because if you were to fight right now, I think it'd look a little awkward.
Yeah, and there's the castle. That's the first one anyway. You can always go for a second one in the middle.
God, those stone walls from Tato are so good because he knows the raiding potential of Khmer.
Yeah,
That'll keep all of that food and wood eco safe.
I'd almost love to see him like get those ones down, fight a little bit, and then at some point later in the game even get some further, so like layer upon layer, right?
Yeah, the onion strat.
Yeah, it didn't help the Titanic, but it might help Tato.
Yeah. Good castle, I think, from running, because if he delayed that any longer, he would have had to fight, and it seems like he's going to wait for imp upgrades. And I think he can clear this all with imp upgrades, which is why it's important for Tato to have the walls.
Ballista elephants, well, you can cut through the wood instead of going through the walls with those.
Okay, running's going to move out now. Maybe thinking he has to fight because imp upgrades will take time, and he knows he can actually win it now. And he will clear this. It's just not ideal, I'd say, to take that type of engagement. It doesn't show a real vision of the future here, because Tato can obviously make more pikes.
What, winning a giant fight in the middle doesn't show a vision of the future?
Not a strong vision.
Oh, okay.
Right? Like, your opponent has 50% off on barrack technologies, and that's all you're making. So I think he's going to try, as he often does, is just try and like treb everything down quickly and snowball this fast. Can you castle on top of the statue in the middle there, or no?
I don't think you can. And that's why he put, otherwise he would have put it there.
Yeah.
No fletching for Tato, so he can't even range the villagers building that castle. Or the castle itself. He will see the castle, though, and now he's going for even more stone walls. So Tato is predicting that he might try and cut. Look at these diagonal stone walls.
Yeah.
He's predicting the ballista elephants might try and cut. He's just trying to buy himself enough time behind that.
That's funny. Also, I like the sneaky outpost from Tato on the left, but again, like, he's got to hold the middle. And at this point, running's going to have one treb. He's got the second, and soon the third on the way. And Tato's still 40 seconds from Imp Dave, so running could honestly just win this brute force, full light cav, full trebs, and hold the gold in the middle. And actually, if he has the gold in the middle, he can go ballista elephants, genuinely, in the long term.
The fact that a villager just ran right past the castle and only got hit once is just, I can't even explain what I just saw. Anyway.
I didn't see it, but I'll take your word for it.
It's 117 vills for both. Very nice. Similar ecos here, obviously running with that third relic.
Oh, man, the trebs are also on the hill in the middle, too. So that castle's going to melt. Can't make trebs out of it. He can't get conscription. Running continues to make ballista elephants. What do Dravidians do against mass ballista elephants?
How much is wood steel? That's expensive, right? Tata's house.
But he needs a castle for it, too, right?
Yeah, true.
Also, I don't know if wood steel, it ignores armor. Does that help against ballistas? I don't...
Well, it'll help against everything in front as well.
Yeah.
Halb is good. I mean, they get cheaper barracks upgrades, so that's fantastic. And there's another castle behind here. Ballista elephants are the killer here, right? And ooh, double crossbow already coming in.
This unit
is... Oh, man.
We might not have seen a lot of it over the last few years, but I saw an arena game the other day. I think the clowns are figuring it out since it's buffed. Well, the Castle Age version did. Like, it's always been a unit that if you can mass, it's difficult to stop, but...
Fortified wall from Tato. Dravidian's late game against Ballista Elephant.
Why not Teutons? I'm still so confused why he'd pick Dravidians over Teutons.
I don't get it. I don't know.
Obviously, this hasn't gone as planned in the double crossbow ballistas.
Oh, no, dude.
I mean, that's a lot of how
kill him,
gone
but
down.
Still,
yeah.
This was the only army for Tato. And they're all weak for the Cavalier to come in and clear these up. Those halbs go down so quickly. Tato's got to remass all of that. It has bought him a little bit of time to get fortified wall, as we see running coming over there with a ballista, just checking out that wood line. Tato says, no, thank you. Can't cut through here. And running is going for chemistry. Tato is just upgrading his halbs and getting bombard cannons, I guess. How much gold does he have left?
Yeah, he can't win this game without gold. Like, he has gold in the back, but then he's got that gold that he can't really take towards the right side of his base.
figure a way out. Maybe there's something with Dravidians that Tato has thought of.
Side push with elephants. Look at the left corner. Boom.
Okay.
That's it.
It's not regicide, so.
No, yeah.
Elite Bliss elephant coming in.
You can't kill this. You absolutely cannot kill this. So for reference, I saw Elite Latus and fully upgraded skirms and halves from Lithuanians die to 30 ballistas. Like you just can't kill it, dude. It's crazy. And it's not just that here either for running. Running has that, but he also has a lot of Cavalier and the castles and the light cav too.
And 60 Khmer farms pumping food behind that. Oh, Woot Steel coming in. Okay, here we go. Tato's banking everything on the halves.
Let's see.
And they are going to shred. They are going to shred if they actually engage.
Yeah. I think running with that much on gold is happy.
You know what, dude? The halves are kind of dying, but they did kill a lot.
Yeah, I mean, he was able to take out the cav in front. You'd expect it, especially with the lack of upgrades there for running.
Bomber cannons?
Yeah, Tato needs one big, crazy Halb bomber cannon fall. He needs like 6 to 8 bomber cannons, I feel. That is a weakness for the Khmer, is that they do not get access to bomber cannon.
Ooh, Siege Elephant from Tato. He's going for the big push with Woot Steel Halberdier. If
that
he can
could maybe
delay long
do it.
enough,
Yeah,
exactly. Those Halberdiers will shred the villagers really quickly, ignoring all of the armor, and he'll have the elephants to back it up. So if he can delay long enough on this side, there is a chance, but it's going to be really, really, really tough for him.
You've got to think, though, that running in this position should have outposts on the side of his base. Right?
Yeah.
Like, the amount of darkness there, when you know, like, everything we're saying is it's just going to be an easy clear up in the middle. As it is, by the way. The bomber cannons aren't even enough to take out the ballistas. Like, that's the only way you lose this game if you're running, is if
Bomber
Tato gets
cannons
a
are
side
doing
push.
nothing to the ballistas, even if they hit.
Tato added a bomber cannon on the left. That had to have been a mistake. I think he tried to make it at home. Because now that's a pretty easy snipe there for running if he notices.
Tato needs... I mean, he
This
needs more
unit's
food and go
disgusting.
even for this spam. Like, this is crazy, bro. He's attacking the TC with the bomber cannon. He's got siege elephants coming out. That'll start working on the walls. Halberdiers will be coming in, but it's simply not enough.
Yeah, Tato's going to lose a
And
castle
now his
on the right.
castle on the right side is going down too.
Running still hasn't shown me that he knows this push is coming, though, on the left. He's no
Running
reaction.
just lost a castle foundation somewhere, apparently.
Who?
Would explain the lack of stone. Running, I guess.
Oh, I didn't see it, but maybe he did. Tato's going to lose the castle. And now, now running notices. But what he's going to send over here is going to be light cav. And that will be countered by the Halbs here. So if Tato keeps continuous production there, there's definitely a small chance.
Yeah.
Still don't see how
Problem
he wins
is
the
that
fight in the front.
he's housed there, so won't be able to produce at all times.
But
lots of ballista elephants dying.
Yeah.
Holy. If the Halbs ever get close, they do a lot of damage to these. And we can see running now kind of struggling, and Tato is just fighting with only Halb, basically.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much all he's got. He could make skirms too, because skirms, I think they only do 1 damage, but they do fire faster with the Dravidians. But I think Tato will, like, if you think about, like, the situation, I think Tato will be really disappointed that his push on the left didn't actually make more of a dent.
Well, I mean, it's forcing over a lot of units. He's still got a villager there. He's still got siege workshops, and he's still got barracks.
Yeah, true.
So
And he's
it's
still
not
got
dead
buff.
yet.
Yeah, and he's going to take 3 trebs. And, yeah, he's still producing from that side. You're right. So he could maybe
And
continue
it's just
to...
Halbs for him. Like, he doesn't even need gold at this point, dude.
He should be getting guilds, and if they get it, and he should be selling nonstop. No, Tato, your bomber cannons, your bomber cannons!
Oh my god! I think he'll be fine. It's only Cavalier. I
He'll
think he's gonna
only lose 1. Yeah.
Maybe 2. No, he repositioned.
Oh, the ballistas have shown up. Tato deletes a stable. He lost 3.
It's still like Blast Furnace wasn't even in, Tristan, for these Halbs, and they were doing that much damage.
True.
Blast Furnace is now coming in. Running is slowly pushing forward, but Tato is holding somehow, and Tato has Halbs queued up in those barracks in the side. If Running doesn't pay attention to that at all times,
I'm really surprised that Running isn't on stone. There's so much stone in the middle. He's getting a great raid here on the right, though. But he should have villagers on stone.
He's teching into the champion line. Would steal Halbs, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they ignore armor, but you still got a unit with more attack, and the opponent still got gold.
Bro, the Halbs cleared up the army on the left, and Tato can come in. All he needs to do is break through that gate now.
Yeah, but Tato got wrecked on the right side. He's down to 120 vills. That's actually was a lot of his farm eco as well. And as he cleared up on the left, he did lose 40 Halbs in the middle. But still, I mean, impressive hold from Tato. Obviously, Game 7, winner goes on to the finals here. Running, you just need to get some vills on stone, man. Just 5 to 10 on stone. Just building up with more castles everywhere. I feel is such an important part for him. Because there's no real raiding unit for Tato. He doesn't have good cavalry.
Well, the raiding unit is Halberdier, dude.
Yeah, I know, but that wouldn't work against castles.
Also, the defensive unit and the aggressive unit.
Yeah, true. It's everything.
What can Dravidians do? Help. Yes.
Okay. Well, push comes in from Tato again. Two-handed swordsmen are heading over that way. I'll be curious to see how this goes. There's not going to be a lot of them.
Siege elephants are in. I mean, feels like the Halbs will do decent against them.
Running hasn't
Bomber cannons.
Running's losing a lot of his elephants here in the middle, Dave, but it still feels worth it if he takes out the bomber cannons, and he will. He'll take out one, he'll take out two, and here he is at home defending.
The two-handed, they're dying to Halbs.
Well, they're really bad. Like they're really bad in general, but let's see.
How dare you say that?
Well,
their feelings, dude.
Lacking the final armor, and I think also squires, which I guess isn't the biggest deal when you're at home. Feels like he'll kind of hold from that. He's been focusing more on the raids. And he's massing, actually he's not massing more ballistas. He's just making light cav and he's just making swordsmen. I mean, if he doesn't continue to have a big ball of ballistas, there's a chance for Tato, who just took the score lead, if that means anything to you guys.
And Tato is taking the gold in the north.
Oh
boy,
my
Running
God.
can't let it. Running cannot. He's going for an outpost there. That's good. That's one thing you cannot let Tato do.
Yeah.
The gold in the south or the north, you can't let him take that. You're fine with this stalemate kind of situation, because eventually Tato will run out of gold to make the siege.
Yep.
Won't run out of the Halbs, but he can't really push without siege. Just got to keep him off that gold.
Hussar finally coming in. That's an upgrade that he should have had a long time ago.
Just, like, if you can just keep getting in and raid him to death, it can work. Even if you can't win the fights against the Halbs, it can work.
Yeah, and you need more castles too, I think. I think you could, in theory, have like 10 castles with all that stone that's out there. Tato's building a TC on the left. That's important.
Yeah.
He's trying to run over there with his other vills to finish it, but that could also bring this to Running's attention.
Yeah, that just tells your opponent what you're trying to do.
Ooh, yeah, he's probably not able to focus on this right now. Either player probably is not, but the TC gets denied, and the buildings on the left might get cleared now, as Tato officially has 0 on gold.
Yep. What a great set. Really enjoyed
great
it.
series. An amazing fight here from Tato. It's awesome to see. Pointy boys for the Dravidians, though a bomber cannon is going to be so costly for Tato to lose, and he loses it.
Got a lot of gold, and he's saving it. Running doesn't care about that because he's got endless gold access in the center there. And he's got all his two-handed swordsmen pushing back the barracks on the left, so no option for that. Tato now going to supplies and champion of his own, but he barely has any gold, bro. He's taking some in the south now.
Yeah, he's just trying to swing back and forth and see what gold he can get. Now that Running is thinking about this, Running has outposts up. And think about this, like, Running doesn't have 25, or actually 34 of his military, or maybe it's more like 20, fighting in the middle right now, and he's still winning. Because that stuff on the left corner is going to eventually come to this area.
Tato just bought food.
Not a good sign.
Because he needed longsword right away.
More bomber cannons going down to ballista elephants. And there you see it. The bomber cannons will go down. Despite Tato's desperation there trying to repair. Villagers on the right side for Tato now leave.
He will kill some ballista elephants here, probably. Two-handed swordsman coming in, but the halbs will, as weird as this sounds, the halbs will kill that easily.
But it's a nice healthy meat shield to have in front, because that's all the ballistas need, is they just need to have some meat in front so they can whittle things down.
Tato just needs to beat the meat.
Beat the meat is what Tato needs to do.
Beat the meat, yeah.
I don't think he's going to do that here. Luckily for us all.
Hopefully not. Children watching.
I want to see Tato get up to like 6 bomber cans again. He keeps trying. He's got 1 more again, and then he's got 2 more in queue, but limited gold, man. I really just do not see. I mean, there's so much gold in the middle. It very much reminds me of that fight Tato had. I think it was Jungle something. The one where Tato tried to break out to the outside. That one. Or I guess running.
Jungle Rumble.
Yeah, Jungle Rumble. Thank you. It reminds me of the fight that Tato put up there, right? He's got good pop. He's trying, but he just doesn't have access to gold, and you need that. And also, even if you had gold, I'm not really sure what Dravidians offer here.
Halb.
Yeah,
that's the only thing on the menu.
Halb champion.
It's the special every single day, Monday to Friday. Halb.
Yep. Yeah, and
Another bomber cannon dying.
Did have Teutons available, which I feel would have been better in some ways. But you know, it's very possible Tato had a plan that he couldn't execute on because of how good Running's played.
These two-handed swordsmen, I think, are gonna melt. But the ballistas are behind here. Still, the ballistas at risk of going down too. But Running is still raiding on the other side while this happens. Tato is still taking that gold in the south. And Running is going forward with the castle, but I think this is a really bad castle placement. Look at Tato quick walling in the ballistas.
Wow, and you've got the castle fire and everything, and Tato continues to fight. He has the population lead. I mean, at this rate, this is going to go on until there's no gold left on the map. And then maybe the Halbs can finally do it. What Running needs is siege follow-up, right? Like, he had such a good position there. If he had 4 trebs rolling forward while he was taking that fight, he would take out the castle and the monastery at the very least. Struggling with his late game flow at the moment. And there is a risk, Dave. Like, I genuinely believe the second there's no ballista elephants, that these halbs can dominate everything. As they've already shown, they're holding their own. Now, I'd be curious to see, like, how would Japanese halbs do? How would a few other civilizations do? But still.
Tato did not have Teutons, by the way. He had Saracens and Chinese.
Oh, okay.
Two civs.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that was
Running must have had
Teutons.
Teutons.
Yeah.
Saracens and Chinese. Well, yeah, it's more of a question mark. Let's put it that way. But again, I come in here with limited experience on this map. As Tato sneaks away with some gold on the left.
Dude, that's such a good castle there from Running on that side.
Yep. And all these villas have desperately gone to the gold. They will die on the right side. On the left side, Running heads right over there as well.
Tato's going to finish that. Nope, never mind. Not going to finish that TC. It's already finished. Running did that for him.
Is there a world where Running runs out of wood? I mean, not runs out of wood, but like we're having 10 on wood is an option, a problem. Excuse me.
Yeah. Game paused. Ooh.
Maybe.
Dude, he's like making pictures of his farms at the back of his base. It's like Tetris. A cube. Man with window in soul.
Yes. I see it. Lovely farms. Also, having 70 of them with is insane. Smiley face. Where's the smiley face?
At the front, near the castle in the middle for Running. Not smiley face. Unimpressed face in the farms.
Your brain works way differently than mine does. I don't see it. But
everyone can see it. Everyone can see it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, now I need to look at it.
The gaps in the farms. Do you see?
Well, yeah, but I'm used to that. It's...
Yeah.
All right, it's fine. Hey, is he going to place a mining camp on stone? I think he might. I've been waiting for a little bit more stone income from him. But he's got the castles. I mean, the castles he does have are perfect. Maybe he just needs one more on the left. And finally, he moves forward here with some siege. It's still only 1 treb, but the second one's on the way, and That pause from Tato might have been to, reassess his options, or maybe he had an issue with the keyboard or something, but there's no way he wins this game. There's no way. He's had no goal for so long.
Yep. Doesn't need it. He's got Halb. But now he's going to have... Well, he still has 64 farms. Like, he's done a great job keeping his farmers working throughout all these raids. He's now shifting over with more villagers at the south there, but his TC in the north has been discovered and denied once again.
Yep.
Running has done a great job dealing with that. Tato is now officially out of gold, even for the supplies two-handed swordsman.
Yeah, and Tato's going to lose his relics. He's going to lose his castle. He's got no stone, no gold.
I think the GG, good luck, well played, is coming soon from Tato.
And for lack of a better word, what an incredible run from Running. To beat Tato, who's already a big name, who had beaten the Viper, who, forgive me, I don't remember exactly who he went through, but I know...
Sweeping Ganji, beating Doubt 3-1 as well.
Yep, crazy. Amazing results. And still waiting for Tato to call it here. Of course, it will be... Tato's kind of fighting for his tournament life, so... Tato has lots of reason to continue to fight. He actually has more barracks on the side towards the south. So he's being stubborn there.
This KD is just getting worse and worse. As Tato was fighting with large groups, and now he's fighting with small groups against better units. And he's losing villagers behind it too. Eco KD is 152-20 in favor of Running.
It's been all Running ever since that one fight. Remember, he got to Imp, but took the fight before Imp upgrades, but then immediately knew what to do. Immediate follow-up castle, immediate trebs, and then since then he's had middle control.
And there go the relics for Tato. It's his only gold income. And you said Running couldn't see the future. Well, future looks pretty bright to me.
Yep. I like the random red dots from Tato. It's just a random desperation. More barracks. Halb's running into the farming eco. Somehow. I don't even know how he's getting that far into the farming eco. Tato's at 185 pops. So as a player... Because I think it's very easy for viewers to say, why is he GGing?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, like, as a player, you just look at your pop, and that's what you base your fight on.
As a guy who's played thousands of, or tens of thousands of games like Tato, you've had situations like this before that seem hopeless, but your opponent forgets to produce, or gets complacent.
Yep.
And then you push back, right? You're not banking on the fact that he's going to run out of any resources or something, but people get lazy. It's just human nature. And especially in a game like this, sometimes people forget to produce or produce the wrong things or get their eco balance all out of whack. Maybe the 10 on wood is going to come back to haunt Running at some point. Tato doesn't know.
Maybe the gold will run out.
I mean, that would be...
It's been a long game so far.
That would be something else if it did happen.
Dude, I still can't see the smiley. This is bothering me so much. People said it's below the stable.
Yeah, it's like, well, it's not a smiley. It's like one big eye, little eye, and then the face, the mouth. I can't believe you can't see that.
No, I really can't. Anyways, Tato's running to the right side now to get wood. It's 200 population game at the moment. This is funny. Tato's walls pay off in the north here, Dave, but the ballista's going to cut through anyways. Good job there from Running.
And he notices right away. Oh, my God. He notices.
Yeah, I mean, he's on top of it, man.
Oh, my God, man. He's still making halves. Just halve, and more halve. How many halves do you think Tato's going to have made at the end of this game? I'm going to say 900.
900 is a really good guess because he has
maybe
950 deaths. So,
well, he's got a lot of two-handed swordsmen made this game as well.
That's true.
So maybe I'm going to say at the end, 900.
Okay.
907.
Well, with the way he's fighting, the end might not come anytime soon. But actually, you know what you look at here is you look at the unit queue. The unit queue is abysmal. He's got 7
Actually, no,
helps
less
queued.
than 900.
No. You can't.
6.
No takesies back.
No, because no. Because you have to factor in the eco KD as well. I think 743.
Well, that's what I was going to say 744. So. Going to be one of those situations where I go for the tactical guess.
Yeah, the Price is Right
Yeah.
answer. Yeah. I'm like 743. Tristan, what's your price? 744. I'm just looking at like, fuck you, dude.
You know where my brain went? This is bad. So you ever play that game in like school where it's like, guess how many jelly beans are in the jar?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would always ask my friends what they guessed, and then I would pick the tactical answer. I won 2 out of 4 years I played, just saying.
Yeah, but you won the game, but you lost friends. So
I mean, they weren't really my good friends to begin with. It's all right. I mean, come on. I was playing Xbox all day, so it was before online was possible, so I didn't need friends.
dude, Tato's still at 190 pop.
Right?
What?
I think Seadram would make a lot of sense for running, as well as just like Trebs. He's actually adding petards, which I imagine is a bust through another wall, but it's one of those where like running could kill Tato faster, but he doesn't have to.
These ballista elephants are gonna die here.
They are getting poked down pretty quickly here, I have to say. The thing about ballistas in this game is, with how many Tatos killed, if it was a standard arena game, it may have paid off for him already. But there's just so much gold.
94 Khmer two-handed swordsman in the queue.
Yeah. Now,
how have we found ourselves at this
how many
position?
resources is that? Also, how many
That's a
barracks
lot.
does he have? He has to have at least like 7.
Also, why is Running's going for petards? Because he's tired of trying to chop through the wood line.
Yeah. He's got 8
Damn it, I'll
barracks,
do
by
it
the way.
myself.
I feel like you should make a few more, but wood has been a concern for him.
He's been pop capped this entire game.
But I mean, Tato also only has like 9 barracks, so it's fine.
Bro, like,
I can't wait to
Tato-
see the other thing we should guess is how much gold has been collected by running. It's got to be insane. He's had 30 on gold for the last 50 or maybe like 40 minutes. He's got to be over 40k gold, I think.
743. Remember that.
743?
Helps.
Oh, helps. Okay, I was going to say gold? Like, what?
There it is. Running takes it, dude. 799.
744 worked. Yes.
Oh, Running takes it. Tato with an incredible hold there, but we knew it was going to happen. And Running goes through to the finals. So he's either against Yo or Valis, which comes up next. Great stuff from Tato, but Running was just clearly more prepared.
Yeah, I think there were a few question marks over some of Tato's Civ choices, honestly. Like Koreans on Z-Wall. That didn't look too hot. Mongols on Jungle Rumble or Jungle, whatever that was. And then here, Dravidians certainly didn't look all that hot. Now, it's not to say that Running's execution wasn't also really good. He had gotten the better of the relic exchange and also had great map control. But Running deserves it, man. I think he might be the favorite going into the final. You there? You good?
I'm responding to some idiot in my chat. Give me a sec.
Okay. Go ahead. I'm going to guess before I look at it. I said 40,000 gold. I'm going to stick with 40,000 gold. That's a lot of gold for Running. 34,000 gold. The Tato actually collected more resources purely because of the wood count. But it was 34,000 gold versus 12,000 gold. And then Running had 80,000 food in this game versus 62 from Tato. I don't know what you make, Dave. I don't know what you do. I truthfully do not know what you make as the Dravidians there, which again brings question marks up in my head on why you pick them.
Yeah. You like Halb is your best option there, and it's just a slow death.
Yeah.
Feels like you can't win if you're already on the back foot.
Agreed.
So you can hold for a very long time, but it's slow death.
Also, it's not like ballista elephants are necessarily the norm right now, so that was sick from Running. I know that they did have their weaknesses at times, but if I could have a separate stat on how many of the kills the ballista elephants contributed to, it'd probably be around half of the kills that Running ended up getting, if not more than that. So that was a really good choice there. Probably even better and easier to get to than something like Scorpions or even like Elite Battle Elephant, which would have been a disaster choice for him.